What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 117 of Two Dudes and Some Bullshit. The date today is Monday, July the 12th, 2021, 6:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name's Dave McRae, coming to you live from the VoiceMann Studios in Toronto, Canada. He's Tony Michael in Atlanta, Georgia. We are watching the 1996 disaster classic Twister. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live! We are live watching Twister from 1996. I saw this in the movie theater with my then 11 or 12-year-old cousin, Marley. Marley lives out in BC.
Good thing you didn't say 11, 12-year-old girlfriend. I was going to be like, bro, we were 17 when this shit came out. My God, that would have been a whole different. That's where I thought you were going with. I was like, wait, hold on. Where's he going with that?
No, my cousin, Marley, who is happily married and has twin babies. Well, I think actually they're probably about 4 or 5 now. She lives out in BC, out west, and every summer she would fly to Ottawa and spend a month in Ottawa visiting family and everything. And Marley and I had sort of even though she is 4, maybe she was 13. Maybe she was 13. I think she's 4 years younger than me. We got along well because we shared the same kind of sense of humor and all that kind of stuff. And I always treated her to a movie every time she would come to visit. So I remember in 95, I think we saw Species. In 99, we saw American Pie. And in 96, we saw Twister. So shout out to my cousin Marley. That's what I think of when I think of the movie.
It's funny that you say that because the girl I was dating at the time, her name was Marley, that I took to see the movie.
No,
I'm not fucking kidding you. Like I'm
no.
Like, the parallels that you and I have lived in life, it's beyond creepy at times. The similarities. Yeah, her name was Marley.
Wow.
We went and saw it at the little theater in the town I lived in, Enfield, Connecticut. It was just before they expanded the theater, the small theater, which was like a 6 cinema theater, over to the mall, which became a 12, like a showcase cinema type thing. In fact, 96, that was the last year of the little theater, because in 97 the big theater came. And yeah, so that's who I took. Her name was Marley, the girl.
You're starting to glitch again. I wonder why. I turned off my other camera. Weird. Maybe it'll work itself out. Oh, now you're fine. Maybe it'll work itself out.
So yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy. Marley.
The girl I took, same name as your cousin.
That is so weird. That's so weird. Oh, now Tony is vibrating again. I wonder why it's doing that.
Yeah, really seems that. I've got a little that 80s guy going on.
I did turn off my camera on Zoom, which usually helps, but I don't know. Well, we'll see. Maybe it'll work itself out, or maybe Tony will be vibrating for the whole show. The whole show. This is a movie that I haven't seen in a while, but I like it. You know, it's that classic 90s disaster movie. You know, your Armageddon, your Deep Impact, your Twister, your Independence Day. It was right in that late 90s run, mid to late 90s run there of disaster movies. And so I really enjoyed this movie. Bill Paxton, Helen Hunt, of course. And what's his face? He's dead now. I can see his face, but I can't remember his name. He's the bad guy in Mission Impossible 3. Yeah. What the fuck? Why am I blanking on his name?
Jesus, I'm trying to blank.
This is not good. This is not good.
So bad.
Chat room will be like, oh, it's this person, but I'm gonna look for myself.
This guy, Dave.
I'm gonna look for myself. Philip Seymour Hoffman. That's it.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. There you
Philip
go.
Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, it's a good cast. In fact, this movie, if I wasn't living in Atlanta, I would be living in Oklahoma and storm chasing as the photographer. Like, that was what I wanted to do beyond what I'm doing right now, my career as a photographer. Like, and it was because of watching this. It just seemed like it would be fun to do. I mean, it really did. Just like get out there in an old beat up truck and fucking chase tornadoes with your crew of people.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, that'd be mad fun.
I agree. It does feel that way. And it does feel like it would be a fun kind of career in some ways.
Oh, absolutely.
Chasing tornadoes.
Yep.
Chasing down tornadoes. I remember, and I don't know if you remember this, but this was at the time when, for those of you that are not maybe in your early 20s and you don't remember, but when Tony and I were teenagers in our late teens, like 17, 18, 19, theaters were just changing from the old school sort of, theaters to the big like cineplexes, to the big like stadium seating, 35-foot screens, like the Coliseum, like the theaters you have today, right? Those big stadium style seating with the big huge screens and things like that, they started to come in the I think mid to late 90s. I think the first one that opened in our area I think was 98. I actually got a job there. And it's, you had like Pizza Hut was in there and New York Fries and Baskin Robbins and you could fucking get all your popcorn. It was insane. It was like a one-stop shop. And they had like an arcade in there, and that didn't exist until about, I think, like 96, 97, somewhere in there. And I remember that what did come into those old theaters before the transition to the big theaters was THX, and they put surround sound was something that came into
that intro.
Yeah, came into the theaters in like, I think it was like 94 or 5, I think somewhere around there, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was earlier, but I remember Congo from 95 was one of the first movies that I saw that immersed you. Now, and this was the old theater where like the screen was maybe 20 feet and the curtains would go up. Do you remember that? You remember the theaters had curtains that would go up, or
our little theater in town, Six Cinema Theater. That's what it did. The curtains would come back.
Yeah, that's it.
Go down at the end of the movie.
Yeah, it was really cool, and they would put surround sound. And I remember Twister was one of those movies where I remember sitting with my cousin, and the opening of the film, of course, is the big tornado that attacks Helen Hunt when she's like 5 or however old she is. It's something that traumatizes her for life, and which is her basically the catalyst that drives her interest and fascination with tornadoes. And I remember sitting in the theater in 96 watching this film. And the sound would probably pale in comparison to what they have today. But I remember it was like, watch Twister in surround sound. And it was like,
it was a big deal for us.
It was a big fucking deal. It was a big deal. And we were sitting there and it was like, and we're like, whoa, this is amazing. I mean, you probably get better sound now in your home theater. But back in the day, it was new, and it was like, you really could feel it. Well, not really. I mean, I'm still sure it was way better than what you get at home, but it was that kind of thing. It was like you could feel the rumble, and you never felt that before. Like in the 80s and the 90s, like it was good sound, but you never felt the sound until they brought in THX and the surround sound and the rumble, and you could feel it under your seat and stuff. And that they brought into the old theaters, some of them, before they made the transition into the big sort of cineplexes, the big gigantic theaters that we know today. But anyway, that's what I think of when I think of Twister, is sitting there and feeling a movie like I'd never felt before. It was kind of fun.
Absolutely. Dude, you want to know something what's crazy? Check this out. Okay. This is, God, I miss our time, our generation. This is all in 1996. Movies that came out that year. Fear, Mark Wahlberg, Reese Witherspoon. Time to Kill, for those who don't remember, that was Matt McConaughey. All right. The Edge, good old, what's his name there? Anthony Hopkins. Primal Fear, Richard Gere. Eraser, Schwarzenegger. Twister, Romeo and Juliet, Claire Danes, DiCaprio. Independence Day, Happy Gilmore, Scream. This is all in 1 year, folks. From Dusk Till Dawn. Stephen King's Thinner, which was all right. It wasn't great. What else came out? The Robin Williams movie Jack was pretty solid. Sling Blade, very good movie, Billy Bob Thornton. Swingers, that was Vince Vaughn. That's one of Vince Vaughn's like earlier films too. Broken Arrow, which is one of my kind of guilty pleasure movies with Christian Slater and John Travolta. Stallone's Daylight. Executive Decision with Kurt Russell.
I like that movie.
Yep, The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox.
Mm.
The Rock, Connery, and Nicolas Cage. Fucking love that movie. Tin Cup, Kevin Costner, Rene Russo. That was all right.
Yeah.
Jerry Maguire, Show Me the Money.
Mm-hmm.
This is all 1 year.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Can you do that nowadays? Cable Guy with Jim Carrey.
Cable Guy. I don't know if you can.
Multiplicity with Michael Keaton was all right. That was kind of a fun movie. Yeah, so that's basically the hot ones that came out in 1990. I just listed off at least 20 really good movies. Like really good, okay? Fun, enjoyable, entertaining movies. You can't even do that anymore nowadays.
Yeah, no, and you know, and when you go back to the 80s, it's even more apparent. Like when you go back to like 84, 85, 86, and you look at the movies that came out in 1 year, it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can do that today.
Year.
I don't know if you can do that today. Not really sure.
But I can definitely tell you that 1995 in October was not a good year.
Late September, I believe. I think was
or
when
late
it came
September,
out.
Whatever it was in the fall.
Yeah,
the fall of '95.
It was
it was not a good time at the theaters.
No, it was late September because Halloween 2018 became the first Halloween movie to release in October since Halloween 5. That it boggles my mind that Halloween 6, H2O, Resurrection, and both Rob Zombie films were not released at Halloween time. I mean, 6 kind of was, but yeah, it's insane. Anyway, we better fucking stop talking about Halloween before people. Oh God, they're dead. Then we should stop.
Wearing the shirt though, I'm showing some Halloween love tonight.
Oh, I'm sure fans are jizzing right now. Halloween fans are ejaculating right now all over their screens because
he's wearing a Halloween shirt with
Tony's got a Halloween
Curtis
shirt
on it. But I thought he hated her.
That's what's happening.
I don't hate her. I hate the character.
Laurie Strode.
Yeah, I hate the character. I love Jamie Lee. Hate the character.
Yeah.
That's a character I wish got. See, it should have been reversed. She should have been shot and thrown off the balcony at the end of the film. And Michael and Loomis should have walked out
and shared a moment together.
Exactly.
That's right.
Tender moment.
That's right. Oh,
I get that moment where she's like, "Was it the boogeyman? God damn you, dumb bitch."
All right, let's do this. So we are paused. We're watching the 1996 disaster classic Twister. We are paused just a few seconds in. The Warner Brothers, a Time Warner Entertainment logo is up on the screen. It's just coming through the fog. That's where Tony and I are paused. Hopefully we'll be having some people watch along with us tonight. And if you're watching after the fact, in the comment section below, share your memories of the first time you saw Twister. Yeah, feel free to do that. Okay. And by the way, Tony and I from here on out until maybe we decide to change it back, maybe not, but from here on out, we're going to be doing the shows at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes,
okay. That's what we're going to do. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just to back it up a bit. It's just easier too, because by the time we get done here, sometimes it's 10 o'clock and, you know. So let's do it. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What a brother.
You know, it's funny. All those movies too I rattled off. I think I saw more, and this is crazy. I probably saw 90% of those movies in theater. I mean, it's just like
I didn't.
And I maybe go to the theater now. I can count on one hand how many times in the course of even pre-COVID, how many times I would go to the theater in the course of the year.
Yeah,
I will say this: I cheated and I watched this movie over the week, not too long ago. Because I love this movie. This is just such a good, fun movie to go back to every summer and watch.
And the effects still hold up.
The effects hold up.
The effects hold up big time.
The effects hold up very well.
Yeah, big time.
Very practical. I know there's times where you do get the feel that they're on set, but for the most part, I do feel like they're in the heartland of Oklahoma, and when I'm done with Georgia, I want to live there so bad. I've said that several times. I'd love to live in that state.
Yeah,
it's such a cool state to photograph. Jason Lee, Brody from Mallrats, and the Kevin Smith movie, he has photographed that the landscape out there and the properties and whatnot. It's just a very cool, very old, has a very old aesthetic look to it. But the one thing that does scare me is if you live in Tornado Alley, you literally could lose your home. That's the only downfall.
You know what's crazy?
There.
So it said June 1969. So June 1969 to 1996 is 27 years.
Yeah.
1996 to 2021 right now is 25 years.
25 years? Okay.
Almost as much time has gone between the opening of this movie when the movie takes place than like now. So if you were to remake this film, hypothetically, right? And you wanted to follow the same story beats, you know, hypothetically, right?
There.
Right? You would,
time-wise, yeah.
You would open your movie in June 1996. Which is crazy. We're getting old. This is ridiculous. Yeah, this was awesome to see in the movie theater. Like the sound, to see this in the theater back, it was so cool. It was like, wow, this is crazy. Oh no, don't forget the dog. How could you forget
Toto?
The dog? Yeah, really.
The blonde version of Toto.
They have a tornado.
I will say this, my two favorite tornadoes in movies are from this movie and probably Wizard of Oz.
Is there a long list of them though? Are they? I don't know.
Really, but as far as, I mean, there's other movies that have had tornadoes in them, and they just look like crap.
Yeah, like the one in
Wizard of Oz, I'll put a caveat to that, because it was 1938 when they made the movie, 39 when it was released.
Yeah.
For 1938 effects, I really believe that there was a tornado there in the background.
You know what?
What?
So, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought you were done. It's the delay in the headset. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Continue.
No, I was just saying. I really believed that tornado in Wizard of Oz at the beginning there was legitimately there. Like those guys did for the technology in the time of 1938. Those guys did a hell of a job making that for a movie that came out.
I remember 100%, and I remember this scene right here with them
wondering if they
down below.
Purposely pick that dog.
I'm sure.
Because like it's a blonde version of the Toto dog.
But I remember this scene right here. I remember like in the theater feeling this, like holy shit, like this was epic. This was epic. This was great. This was amazing for all you guys and gals that didn't grow up with this kind of thing. Like watching this in the theater in 96, the sound was like, whoa, like you didn't experience it before. Now, of course, you can get this sound at home, but I mean, back then it was really, really cool. And seeing the father go, it was like, wow, no, Papa.
And it's believable. Again, you know what I mean? Like the effect looked believable.
Looked great. Great. I don't have any issues with it. I see shittier effects today.
Joe, do I like ice and snow winter, extreme dry heat summer? Because that's what you'll have in Oklahoma. Well, don't forget, dude, I'm from Connecticut, so I'm very familiar with cold and icy winters. And believe me, it's like Satan's breathing on Georgia consistently. We get very hot, humid, dry summers.
Yeah, same here.
I'm quite adapted to that. But you guys also get very nice falls out there in the Midwest in Oklahoma. Like really, I've seen some fall photos, and it's like, that's nice foliage.
That's what's really cool about being in Toronto is we get
you get the four seasons.
We get the best of the four seasons and the worst too. But we get the hottest of the hot summer. Like there's many times where we'll be in and we get the humidity up here too, which is really gross. But we get like just last week we had, I think 2 or 3 days in a row. Now I'm not comparing us to Georgia. Obviously you get it all through the summer, but we had, I think it was about 4 days where it was above 100 with the humidex. And,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's gross as hell, but it's nice. I mean, it's hot, it's summer, it's sunny. And then when you get to September, October, then it cools down. You get like the Midwest fall. And then from about late December to, beginning of April, you get your typical Canadian winter, which is, cold. And
we get somewhat of a fall. It ain't great. I mean, up in the northern mountain areas of Georgia, it gets pretty decent. But down where I live now, everything just looks like it's burnt and been fried out. It's not really much of a foliage.
Yeah.
And obviously winter, once every couple of years, they'll get like a dusting of snow, but it's not bad. I mean, it's cool. It's not like, hot or anything, but
my favorite time of year is fall. and I could live in a perpetual state of fall. You know,
I could do spring and fall, like bounce back between the two.
Yeah.
Sweater weather is what I call it.
Yeah, hoodie weather, although I wear hoodies all the time, so.
Yeah, you do. I can't do that down here. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt right now.
I'm only wearing it. I wouldn't, like, if I had to go outside right now, it'd be too hot to wear this. I'm just wearing it because I'm in the basement, so it's cool. You know, I only wear, like, you'll see me in the summer in hoodies, but it's just because I'm inside, you know, with the air conditioner on. If I had to go outside to the store or go out to do something, I wouldn't be wearing a hoodie. It's too hot right now.
Of course, this is right around when was she done with Mad About You and made the transition to movies at this point?
Hey Google, what years were Mad About You?
According to Wikipedia, it initially aired on NBC from September 23rd, 1992 to May 24th, 1999.
No, 1999. So she was in the middle of doing.
So that went on for another 3 more years.
Yeah. I think. Okay, Google, stop.
Google
Holy shit! I didn't ask you for that much information. I think her movie that she did immediately after Mad About You was What Women Want, or What Women Want, or whatever, the one with Mel Gibson. I think that was the year 2000.
What Women Want?
Yeah. I think that was her first big movie after.
Twister?
Mad About You.
Oh, okay.
Because Mad About You ended in 99.
So actually, Paxton, man, he was on a good run too, because he did Twister. Then he's shortly after this, he's going into making Titanic, or he's probably making Titanic.
And shortly before this, in '94, he had that small role, that hilarious role in True Lies.
Yep, that's true.
Where he was the car salesman.
He did a lot of work with Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens with an S.
Yeah, first Terminator at the beginning.
That's right.
Yeah.
He plays one of the punk guys there.
Punk asses.
I
think he was even in.
Yeah, I gotta believe at this point when this movie's coming out, they're probably in the middle of making Titanic.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is summer of '96.
Yeah.
Titanic came out in '97, and it took them about 9 months to film, almost a year.
Yeah, no, for sure, they're well into it.
Now, I mean, granted, he didn't have like a super big role, but
Phillips, look at that laptop. Or no, it's not really a laptop. It's more of something else, but they were kind of chunky like that back in the day. Poor Bill Paxton.
God, he reminds me of like my dad and my uncle in this movie. That's just how they would dress.
Bill Paxton? Yeah.
Yeah, the boots with the jeans and the blue denim shirt or blue white shirt and the blazers. Yeah.
I'm gonna
that's how they dressed.
Totally gonna start dressing like that now. The sexual tension is strong between these two. Oh, and then of course, after What Women Want, Helen Hunt was also in Castaway too, right? Which came out in December of 2000.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that was a great movie. I love that movie.
Who is this kid that's next to Helen Hunt? His face looks so familiar, and I couldn't remember.
Kind of looks like. I don't know. Let me see here. Check it out.
Looks like a grown-up version of Elliot, but it's not.
I was just gonna say that's exactly what I was just gonna say.
The grown-up version of Elliot.
Yeah,
but it's not. I know it's not.
No, I think it's. Forgot Carrie Elwes is in this. I think it's Jeremy Davies.
Jeremy who?
Jeremy Davies. He was the young kid too in Saving Private Ryan.
Yes, that's the movie. Thank you, dude. Okay,
yeah.
I was wondering, like his face looks super familiar. Yes. Like I had seen it in a movie roughly around this time, and I couldn't freaking remember. That's right. He's the interpreter.
Yeah, he's he's that kid that meets that German soldier, like comes upon him.
Interpreter. He was a writer type. Some shit like that.
And it's like, he was great in that movie. He was fucking great. Well, that movie's just fucking great. Period. I mean, that's just,
It's one of my favorite war movies, especially World War II movies.
We should watch that on the channel sometime.
That's a movie we got to start at like 4 o'clock. A long movie.
It's not 3 hours, is it? I don't think so. Is it 3 hours? I thought it was only 2. Let's find out. Saving Private Ryan. It's a great movie, though. Saving Private Ryan is... Oh yeah, no, it is, yeah, 2 hours and 49 minutes. Wow.
So
that would be
close.
with credits. But so that's, yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, no, it's a 2.5 hour film, essentially. That's weird. It doesn't feel like it. It's just
And
because
this
it's so
woman,
fucking good.
she was in a bunch of 80s movies. This woman who plays Bill Paxton's love interest before he gets back with Helen Hunt.
Well, she was also in that TV show.
Which TV show? Which one?
Wait, are you talking
No,
about
this one, the brunette.
the brunette?
The
Yeah,
short-haired
yeah.
brunette.
She was in the 90s TV show. What was that TV show? Chat room. 90s TV show that this brunette woman was in. That's where I know her from.
I just know she was in a bunch of 80s movies. Well, not a bunch, but she popped up in the 80s. Lost Boys, right? She's in Lost Boys. She plays the girl. Did we watch Lost Boys yet? We did. I'm pretty sure we did.
Yes, we did. We did. Yeah.
Square Pegs with Jessica Parker, Cody. Is that the movie you're thinking of, Dave? Or TV show?
What was it? Square Peg?
Square Pegs with Sarah Jessica Parker.
No.
Yeah, I remember her being in Seinfeld.
No, she was in Seinfeld. It was a sitcom that she was in the 90s. She was the mother. She was like, it was her own sitcom. She was the mother with the
Less Than Zero?
Less Than Zero?
I don't know. Some of these names aren't sounding familiar.
Let me see. Oh, my
Is
apologies.
this Philip Seymour Hoffman's like one of his first movies?
My apologies. It wasn't the 90s. It was a short-lived sitcom for about 4 years called Still Standing from the early 2000s. That's where I remember.
Okay.
It was kind of funny.
I don't know if you heard that question. Is this one of Philip Seymour Hoffman's first movies?
Might be. I'm not sure. It could be. Yeah, that's right. He was in Scent of a Woman. Cody says that's right. He was great in that.
Oh, there's Cameron. I forgot Cameron's in this movie. I just know him as Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yep. Yeah, he is in this movie. Why am I not seeing him? Are you far ahead? I don't see him yet. I'm still at the...
It was just kind of a profile side shot of the group.
Okay.
He wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay.
There he is. He just brought Helen Hunt off the truck.
Yeah. Okay, good. We're at the same spot.
I'm just saying, it'd just be a lot of fun to be with a group of people like that and just go chase tornadoes down and be their photographer.
You're fucking great.
It'd be awesome.
I
don't need to know anything about the science behind it. If they want to teach me it, that's cool. I just want to be there to snap photos.
Snap photo. That's it.
That's it.
I'll drive. I'll drive and you can snap the photos out the window.
There we go.
We'll do it. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Why not? We don't know shit about it. We don't know the direction that it goes. We'll probably get sucked up in the damn thing and end up in Oz.
Doesn't matter. We're doing it. We're just fucking, we're doing it.
Go and do it. Chase tornadoes down one summer.
Yep. I have a sunroof in my car. You can open it up. You can be out there.
It's not really the summertime. Isn't it like tornado season, like somewhere like in May, like the end of May or something like that? It's like hurricane season for us in like
you can get tornadoes in the summer. Hurricane season, is like from June to November or something like that.
Yeah. The height of it really starts to hit more like later in the fall, like September.
I think
October,
so,
November.
yes. Yeah.
That's when the big boys start coming in. And then everybody starts refugeeing from South Carolina and Florida to our state.
That's it. Why would you bring your significant other? Because you don't really get the sense. I've never really got the sense that she, okay, and unless she's like, okay, I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but why would you bring your significant other?
I mean, it's cool that she's in the movie, but I get what you're saying. Her role in the movie really, it doesn't have any weight.
Well, no, and I'm thinking of this logically. Like, why would you bring her? She's clearly it's not like she's even trying to be supportive. I don't get the sense that she's trying to be supportive. I mean, maybe she is. Again, I haven't seen this in a long time, but it's not her style. It's not her game. It's not what she likes to do.
She's a city girl.
She's a city girl, and he's going off with his ex.
Oh, that's right. As You Wish. Carrie, what's his name? Carrie
Elwes.
Ellis.
As You Wish. But he's also like with the like it's just an awkward, incredibly awkward situation. It's unnecessary. But we need more drama. All right, I'll have more drama. Baby mama drama llama. And look, Dorothy is the name of the big contraption they throw up into the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely subtle winks and nods.
Maybe that was the name of her dog. Was her dog's name at the beginning Dorothy? That'd be cool.
No, crap. It was I can't remember the name of the dog's name now. She said it a couple times.
Oh, they should have called her Dorothy. I wonder if storm chasing is really this competitive. Like, I wonder if if this is just like they're taking it to the extreme to make it more entertaining for a movie, right? But I wonder if there are guys and gals
like competitive with each other out there.
Yes, that are like, "Oh, fucking go, let's go, you fucking, I'm gonna run you fucking motherfucker." Like, dude,
I don't know. All I know is it takes a special group of people to do that, because you are putting yourself in harm's way. While everyone's going this way,
oh yeah,
you're going
for sure.
that way.
It takes a specific set of balls.
The dog's name was Toby.
Toby, okay. It takes a certain set of balls. I totally agree. But I wonder if it's that competitive. You got guys who are like, "You fucking go, fucking go, fucking."
I follow a few of them on YouTube. I haven't seen any of that. Everyone seems to be pretty cool.
Exactly, because there's enough space for everybody. Like the way I look at it is that the tornado is gigantic.
Unnecessary drama that they put in the movie.
Of course, it makes sense. I think it has more to do with not the storm chasing aspect. It's more of a personal thing.
And also the selling out of becoming commercialized.
That's it.
You look at Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton's group. These guys are like, they're independent. They're driving pickup trucks that are falling apart, while these guys are all clean, slick, corporate sponsored.
That's it. Yeah, it's more about the subtext that's going on between that. You're absolutely right. With more of the the clean, polished, lots of money are gadgets, and then the rebels. You know what I mean? And of course they don't like each other. There's bad blood there to begin with, so there's a history. Because it's not really about the storm chasing in and of itself per se. I don't think. Because there's enough room for everybody to go and do their thing. It's not
especially in Oklahoma. I've been there twice and visited that state. One for a wedding and then one for work. I loved it out there. I mean, I really did. It's probably one of my favorite places that I've been to in the country. It's definitely my kind of living. It's more like Georgia's part of the country of Georgia is definitely my kind of living, but Oklahoma is definitely my kind of small cities.
Gotcha.
Not overpopulated, flat lands.
What's the state capital of Oklahoma?
You see bisons and fucking all sorts of animals just roaming the fucking road and shit. Like, is it Tulsa the capital? Or I know it's not Oklahoma City, because I was gonna say Oklahoma City. I was gonna say Tulsa. Is it Tulsa, guys?
Fucking no.
You could ask Google.
That's true. Hey Google, what's the capital of Oklahoma?
Oklahoma
Oklahoma City is the capital of Oklahoma.
Wow. Shit. I thought that was too obvious. That's why I thought it was Tulsa.
Yeah. Oh, Oklahoma. That's all right. People think Toronto's the capital of Canada. Not Canadians. I mean, people from the States will often say that. It's the capital of Toronto. No, it's not.
Hey, how did the Habs do in the Stanley Cup? Did you guys win it all?
No, they lost 4-1 against Tampa Bay. Tampa's just a better team.
I guess nothing's going to stop us now. It didn't work for them this time around.
No. Well, Tampa's just a great hockey team.
The irony of that, though, okay?
Oh,
there's a bit of irony to that. Tampa Bay Lightning wins the Stanley Cup, okay? Tampa Bay is in Florida, where they get zero snowfall. Zero, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they ain't playing hockey all year round in Florida.
No, but the
Montreal is like
it's true.
The hockey hub of the world, Mecca, Canada. You would think like the total opposite would happen.
But the illusion is that I think like 60% of NHL players are Canadian. So, I mean, Tampa Bay's best player, Steven Stamkos, is Canadian.
Canadian boy.
Yeah, like a lot of NHL hockey players are. So, despite the fact that it's an American team, if you look at the roster of where people are born, there's a lot of Canadians on American teams. I forget what the percentage is now. I could probably look it up, but there we go.
And they got a lot of these mom and pop diners in Oklahoma too.
It's not as it's come down a lot over the years.
I thought it was like that was one of the things. Like when I went there, I was like, man, this is like the Twister, like the movie Twister, because like I saw a lot of those little mom and pop diners.
Yeah. So 53.3% of NHL players are Canadian, 28.1% are American, and then the rest are.
How many are Russian? Or Ukraine?
Russia. So Canada still has the most, which is not surprising.
No, I actually been to Kansas and been to Nebraska. No, I'm not a fan of either.
But that's really great to see that it's come down, because if you were to go back like 30 years or 40 years, the amount of Canadian-born NHL players would be like above 80%. It's so great to actually see that dropping, because you get so much more, talent and, from all over the world. It's so great to see that. Let me see how many.
And I loved how, I don't know if you saw this. This was really good filmmaking here. When Bill Paxton picks up the dirt a few moments ago.
Yes.
It's a little bit, the clouds it's still light out. And then when Philip Seymour Hoffman comes up to him, you start to see it get darker as if the storm was behind him. And that was real. I'm sure they did some type of filter to create that effect that the storm is now closing in. Of course, now the cutback here, the sun is out. I'm like, that's a bad cutback.
Yeah, but
you were on point with the continuity of what it felt like of a storm coming in, and now you got sunshine.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens when it happens. I love how he's got Philip Seymour Hoffman has like this little tube hanging from the ceiling where he can just put his mouth on it and drink.
I've got a friend. I think we all have a friend who's like that. You know what I mean? Just fucking crazy and just
I would love to
ways to MacGyver shit together.
I should totally do that.
You should.
It'd be great.
Yeah, I've got pictures of. I mean, I don't know where they are on the road here, but I don't think they. I don't know. Did they film this in Oklahoma? If they didn't, they did a really good job of making you feel like you're there. Because I've the times that I was out there, that's what I would photograph, and it looked like just nothing but just country.
We should. You and I will get we'll go storm chasing. We'll call it Two Dudes and Some Tornadoes.
Wow, there's 22 locations for Twister. A little bit up in Ontario.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Iowa.
Yep. We get tornadoes up here.
Ponoka City in Oklahoma.
Yep.
Wakitia, Oklahoma. So there was some of this was filmed. The drive-in is in Oklahoma. It's in Guthrie. I don't think I'm saying that right. Iowa. So kind of like a combination between Iowa and Oklahoma and Canada seems to be where they did most of the filming of this movie. So they were true to it, pretty much, minus wherever they filmed in Iowa. You know, this is supposed to take place in Oklahoma, so they did a really good job of staying true and filming it there. And it just matters on where they filmed the Iowa and the Canada scenes. Be curious to know those.
Well, it's in Ontario, so it's probably around here somewhere. Maybe Oakville.
Maybe some of the sets. Maybe because, like, you know, when they drive through the town, their area after the tornado, I believe that's a set. So I'm wondering if like the sets were done in because there's no sets in Iowa or in Oklahoma. So
no, but I wonder why they would even come up here. Like, what would
for the stage, sound stage?
Yeah, but yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe that's what it was. I don't mean.
Like, I mean, this I'm pretty confident was soundstage. You can almost tell.
It could be. Yeah. But that's what rural. Like, I mean, you drive here in Ontario. That's what Ontario looks like too. Like, if you go out into the country here in Ontario, that's what it looks like. Looks exactly like that. One of these days, I'll do a video. Drive around here and show people what it looks like around here.
Joe, buddy, are you gonna be my mood killer all night long? Every time I say something, you like go. I say I want to move to Oklahoma. You tell me I need to move to Nebraska or Kansas. I say I want to move to Oklahoma because I like the aesthetic looks of it, and then you're telling me no. You're being the mood killer, dude. You're being the Debbie Downer. That's it.
What's happening?
You're being the Debbie Downer.
Tony, you're no, Tony. You can't move to Oklahoma. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to move to Oklahoma,
killing me,
Tony.
Smalls.
That's right. No, two dudes and a tornado. That's going to be our storm chaser.
Our new show.
No, that's going to be
awesome.
That's going to be on the side of our van.
You and your girl, you need to move to Oklahoma. I'll move out there, and we'll just fucking start a new YouTube channel.
No, we're going to start
chasing storms.
Dave and Tony Storm Chasers. It's going to be called Two Dudes and a Tornado, and we're going to be fucking chasing storms But we're going to be doing it like we're high on drugs. It's like, yeah, let's go. Come on. Yeah. It's going to be like constant, like adrenaline, like man testosterone, manly stuff. Like, come on, you want some tornado? You want a fucking tornado?
I'm down.
Two dudes and a tornado.
Old trucks too. We can't get and none of this modern day shit.
No, it's go.
I'll get a thing like Philip Seymour Hoffman's little wagon there.
It's going to be the most testosterone, high-octane, adrenaline-filled storm chasers of all time. On this episode,
we'll be snorting steroids.
On this episode of Two Dudes and a Tornado, Dave and Tony getting hiccups now. Dave and Tony chase down an F5.
Dave standing in front of a tornado. Bring it on!
Yeah, bring it on! The F5 swallows their van.
But Dave survives.
Next on Two Dudes and a Tornado.
God, that'd be so much fun.
It's just constant testosterone. Just it oozes manliness.
Like metal.
Oh yeah, it oozes man and ball hair. That's what That's what it does. Two dudes and a tornado. Two dudes and a tornado. Every week we chase down, some epic tornado.
Well, I don't know if we could do it every week. I don't think tornadoes are 12 months out of the year.
We're gonna find one every week.
We chase down a lot of fucking. They get crazy ass storms even when there is no tornadoes.
Dude, we're gonna find one every week. That's part of the adrenaline. On this episode, we travel overseas.
I thought Georgia had and believe me, we get some crazy ass thunderstorms here in Georgia, but man, they got us beat tenfold out there. Yeah. Like when a thunderstorm comes out their way, you feel it. They don't even need to have a tornado, and it's these fucking monstrous.
Like these effects right here look fine. Like they don't.
They're fucking on point. That's why if they were to remake this movie today, it'd be fucking shitty.
It looks good. Yeah. Don't they have to like
yeah,
get
the
under?
soundtracks to our show would be like 70s and 80s, like classic rock.
That's it. Yep. Dun, 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 dun. This episode. Back in black. That'd be great. And we have to talk to each other like, Tony, yes, Dave. Total testosterone. Get under here. Why do you have to grab her? Like, why did he have to grab her to take her under there? Is she resisting to go under there?
Because she's chasing down the tornado, just like Mrs. Brody was chasing down the shark.
Oh, well, it's like, she is a little overzealous. She wants this. She's like, no. That's right. I get it now.
That's Dave. Dave's like, I want to see the tornado. Let me go,
Yeah,
Tony.
come on. Let me see the tornado, Tony. Come on.
We'll get an episode where we're both like hanging on to a pipe,
That's right.
flying up in the air.
That's it.
Throwing up the horns.
Get the shot. But again, like these effects in this movie hold up today. I don't find myself watching this thinking, I mean, there's a little bit of like composite, like there's a little like this here that totally, like there's a little bit of the separation that I can kind of see, but it's fine. Like there's most of the CGI I see today are dog shit.
Yeah, no, the CGI with the green screen stuff in here is definitely really good.
It looks great.
They did a very, very good job making you believe that they endured that and went through that, and that was totally legit.
Yeah.
For a movie anyway.
Yes, yeah. Like I don't mind. Oh, she goes off the road. He's
like,
caught
Dave,
between.
where's our truck? It's up in the air, Tony.
No, he's. Yeah, exactly. This guy's caught between. He's like he's hanging out with this. Like, what is she even doing there? Why is she even there?
That's what I'm saying. Her role in this was almost. I mean,
it's her character. It doesn't. I like her too.
It has no weight to the story.
Well, it just feels like. Why would you? You're clearly not. Why are you even tagging along? And why would you leave your... I would never... Listen, I can't speak for most men.
Destiny. 2 dudes in a tornado. This time, it's personal.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yes. This time it's personal. The tornado, that's part 4, where the tornado comes back and it recognizes us. The tornado recognizes us.
And Dave manages to somehow ram a pole into the tornado to stop it.
Yes. That's right. Yeah. And the tornado roars.
Right. Like a King Kong type roar.
Yes, there's a King Kong roar from the tornado. Yeah.
Dude, that would be fun to do. To be honest with you, I know we're kidding, but that would be
it would be fun. It would be fun.
We can have your girlfriend play the hysterical girlfriend. You two are crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What are you doing? Twister. Bill Paxton. Pullman or Paxton? Paxton or Pullman?
Well, how long ago did he die? A couple of years ago?
2016, maybe 15. I know he was in Nightcrawler, and that came out in 2014. So I'm going to say after 2014. Hey, Google, what year did Bill Paxton die? Hey, Google, what year did Bill Paxton die?
Google's mad at you right now because you cut her off.
2017.
Oh, so it's only been 4 years. Okay.
Yeah.
What did he die from? I can't remember.
I don't know. Maybe a heart attack or something. I'm not sure. Let's see. I'll just look this up. He died of a tornado. He died in a tornado. Too soon, people? Too soon? He died. Oh, Christ. Yeah, he died of a stroke.
Stroke. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's some scary shit. 'Cause that's literally almost uncontrollable.
Yeah. In early 2017, Paxton stated in an interview with Mark Maron on WTF with Mark Maron that he had a damaged heart valve, which resulted from pneumatic fever, I guess. Yeah, because I think the rheumatic fever. Excuse me, I don't have my glasses on. That he had contracted at the age of 13. Paxton underwent open heart surgery to repair the damaged heart valve and his aorta on February 14th, 2017. 11 days later, at age 61, he died of a stroke. So it was probably complications from the surgery. That's too bad.
It almost makes you wonder if he shouldn't have done anything.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It definitely makes you wonder. That's too bad. He's only 61.
No, he's young.
Yeah.
I mean, in the meaning like,
Oh,
when I think
100%.
of old, I think of 90. That's old.
Yeah,
Anything
80s.
Before that, you're young.
Like, I think when you get over 70, and you hit 75, I think if somebody dies before they hit 70, it feels youngish. I mean, my parents died at 69 and 67. That feels young.
That's young.
I think if you're over 75 and you die, okay. But I think 70 and younger feels like you should have another 10 years.
I keep getting a Billy thing flashing up over my
Oh, I know.
Billy's back.
I know. That's not on purpose, folks. That's for because I have Tony on the other screen, for whatever reason, whenever I click around, it'll do that. And I don't know why. It's subliminal marketing. Subliminal messaging.
It's Mean Billy marketing.
That's it. Watch Billy now. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it again.
Dude, it'd be awesome. And we have take my drone out. We'll have epic drone shots of us running into or riding into the fucking tornado and shit.
Yeah. And the tornado, but then we start adding the tornado in post-production afterwards. So we're just a bunch of fakers. And we're sloppy with our editing. So you'll hear you in the background going, okay, action, go.
That would be kind of funny.
Did somebody say action, go? What? What's going on here? I thought this was real. Damn it, they're going to get to it before we are. For those of you just joining us, if you care, we are 39 minutes, 51 seconds into Twister here, 1996. Bill Paxton, Helen Hunt are on the hunt here, no pun intended. The two storm chasing teams are converging on this one tornado together. I miss these kind of movies, simple.
Yeah, they're simple. They're great.
Everything's so fucking God, everything's got to be connected.
Comic book related.
Well, there's that, true. And hey, look, if you're a big Marvel comic book fan, then I guess it's all great. But for us, it's I don't care. But yeah, there is a lot of that. But there's just movies that don't connect to any larger universes. They're just fun single movies that, nobody watched this and was
Butler did one here recently that
that was great.
Enjoyed.
That was
Greenland?
that was great.
That was a good throwback to these types of movies.
It was, and you know what they're doing? They're doing a fucking sequel to it.
No, you don't need to do a sequel.
I know. I'm like, a sequel? Yes, they're doing a sequel to it. Nobody walked out of the theater after watching fucking Twister and going, you know what I don't get?
I'm glad they did not ruin this with making a sequel. I am so glad.
But I don't understand, where was Bill? Where was he when? So, can I not see them get together? We need to have
right? Can we get a prequel of them
we need
getting
a prequel
together?
of Helen Hunt's character and Bill Paxton's character getting together and getting married and seeing their first adventures
there's
together.
People probably doing YouTube channels out there and making that type
There
of
has to be somebody in the world right now that would love to see a prequel to Twister where it's Helen Hunt's character and Bill Paxton's, character on their first storm chase together. And it's like, fuck, no. Who cares? It's probably happening. Yeah, I loved Greenland. I thought it was fantastic. Like really good movie.
I was like surprised. I was like, damn, this is like a good throwback.
Really good film.
90s disaster film.
Yeah, it was good. And it ended very, symbolically. And we, and it's like, okay, we know that they survived. We know that I can assume that obviously, they had to, whatever, the world's crazy right now. They had to stand there for a while, but that bird they saw at the end of the movie was symbolism, telling them that there might be other life out there that has survived as well. And I can fill in the blanks. Yeah, there's a cow. Yeah, that's funny. But I can fill in those blanks.
Cows.
I know, this is great.
Cow.
We got, but it still looks all right.
I know.
Like it's still like, yeah, you can tell, but it looks good.
Greenland 2, this time it's personal. That's funny.
Fuck. I mean, it's not to say that, who knows? Maybe it'll be all right. Story. But yeah, I'm like, Greenland 2? What? Why? This is great.
As far as the sound goes, they did pretty good with the sound design on what a tornado sounds like, because that's pretty much what a tornado sounds like.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've heard people say it sounds like a fucking freight train.
Sounds like a freight train.
Yeah.
Coming right at you.
Yeah. God, I can only imagine how scary that must be. For those people that are like
Dave inside the pickup truck, we'd be like, "Yeah, this is fucking awesome!
Yeah.
We're inside a tornado!"
Yeah, and I'll add the sound in post production. You see,
we'll have like
great.
Your girlfriend outside blowing hair dryers, and although I have no hair, so that wouldn't really.
Yeah, shaking the car, and we're just going, "Oh my god, my god!" Yeah, yeah.
You got hair, so that'll work. We'll put the blow dryer on you. So
we're outed as frauds. These guys, they're making it all up. Next on Two Dudes and a Tornado. More testosterone. Everybody who comes on the show has to talk like this. Like, why would you, this adventure you're on right now, Bill, is ruining your fucking marriage here. He doesn't want to be with her.
So we got Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, and then we'll have Halloween Returns. This time it's personal.
Oh, God. Halloween. This guy had a pretty, I don't know what else he's done in his career, but to go from Twister to Saving Private Ryan, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good character actor. I don't know if he's done any starring roles, but
no, but I mean, like in terms of having those as a character actor,
as a resume, yeah, absolutely.
Those two movies back to back, well, that's pretty fucking good. And one of them was Spielberg. I mean,
and then he's there with this cast.
Yeah. Was this directed by? Was it Jean de Bont, something like that. I think he's the same guy that directed Speed, if I'm not mistaken.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's this guy's first film that he directed. This was his directorial debut.
It might be. He used to be he was a DP, a director of photography. I think he even was on one of the Die Hard films, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was the first one.
Oh, we got to see my auntie. Hello, dearie.
No, she's not that old.
Come in.
God, this woman's probably dead now. Maybe not.
Now, that is Wakita. I don't think I'm saying it right. I could be butchering the name, but that is Wakita, Oklahoma.
Okay.
And then they do the set of the disaster. Obviously, they didn't destroy the town.
Right.
And I'm almost guaranteeing you that's where they probably filmed in Toronto or in Ontario, because I saw nothing on there say LA or and again, this is 96. Georgia wasn't doing any movies at that time. So I'm almost betting that's probably where they did the soundstage stuff.
Yeah, but it would usually,
Unless there's a soundstage that I don't know of in Iowa and in Oklahoma, but I don't think so.
you usually say Toronto though. Oh, Bolton. That's where I was. That's where
That's
I
what I had
grew
today.
up.
Steak.
That's
Steak
where
and
I-
potatoes. Red potatoes.
Twister. That's so funny. No, it was. This is so funny.
What?
When I was born in 1979.
When we were born.
Yeah. From 1979 to 1988, I lived in a little town called Bolton, Ontario, which is just about half an hour north of Toronto. And that's where they shot Twister, was in Bolton.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Bolton,
Now,
Ontario.
is there a soundstage up there?
No.
No.
This would have been on location.
Hmm.
But I just find it funny that it was in the little town that I grew up in. I mean, there's thousands of little towns in Ontario. You know what I mean? Like, what are the odds? You know, I just think that's funny. Let me just get that. Oh, here we go. It was just a few additional shots. So some of the concluding moments of the film were shot in Iowa, where Bill and Joe prepare themselves to face an F5 tornado. This scene was shot in Eldora, Iowa, when the two characters, Joe and Bill, were chased by the tornado. That iconic scene was shot in Ames, Iowa. A few additional shots were completed in Bolton, Ontario. Why though? Why? What? Listen, I know, but
Man, that's a
it's still weird.
That's a lot of traveling.
Yeah, I don't. Why would you not just complete it in Ames, Iowa? Like, I don't understand why Bolton, Ontario. There has to be a reason for it. Like, is there
That's interesting, Chris. He says there are a three-part behind-the-scenes home footage that we can see on YouTube where they built homes in the neighborhood in Waukeeta, Oklahoma, for Aunt Meg, where Aunt Meg lives, and they destroyed them for the movie. So
That's
maybe
correct.
that wasn't a set. Maybe that was a legit. Well, it was a set in the sense it was a practical set.
It was practical set. Yeah.
It wasn't a sound stage.
No, it was built.
So maybe there
for-
was no sound stage. That just earns even that much more respect for this movie that there wasn't a sound stage. I mean, other than probably for some of the driving shots.
Yeah.
But even that, they could have gotten away with that without a sound stage too.
That's so weird, though. Why come up here for additional shots? Why? Unless it's like, yeah, I don't understand. What does Bolton have that you can't, like, doesn't make any sense? Unless it's like pickup shots of just like establishing something or whatever, and they're just not. You know, again, like saying additional shots in Bolton, that could be like 3-second establishing shots. It could be nothing. And that could have been like a third unit crew that was already up here that got that. Like, I mean, it doesn't mean that the crew came up here and everybody was up here just to get a couple little shots. They wouldn't have done that. But technically, Bolton's in the movie, so we got to put it in. It's that kind of dumb shit, I would imagine.
Well,
Every time I watch,
quiet. Is there an F5?
I know. Is there an F7? Every time I watch this scene, it makes me want to have eggs and bacon and toast with like a bunch of cool people.
Oh, yeah, eggs and steak, man. It's a great protein.
I've
breakfast.
never had eggs and steak. I just
Really?
No.
I have that maybe once every couple months.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I had a steak today, but I had steak and red potatoes
Mm.
with some yellow squash.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I had. No, I just usually have eggs and bacon.
Derry, are you going to get back together with...
What's his name?
Eggs
Ben?
on top of steak. That's so good.
Dog poo on top of steak. It's so good. So great. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little bit of poo, you know, and it's fine. It's fine. Just eat it. Eat it. Christ. This woman's still alive, you think?
The actress playing her aunt?
Yeah, you think she's still alive?
I don't know.
Let's check it out. Let's see if she's still alive, folks.
What's Helen Hunt up to these days? I know she kind of pops up here and there.
Dude,
and
I
stuff.
just recently saw her in a great little thriller. I talked about it on my channel. And that
What's it called?
Sorry?
What's it called?
I'm going to tell you right now. That little thriller is called I See You.
Okay.
I think it's a great thriller. Rent I See You with Helen Hunt. It's cool.
Is it? Oh, you have to rent it.
Oh, I maybe not. Maybe you can buy it. I don't know. It's from 2019, so you probably can buy it. Or
I See You. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she kind of pops up here and every now and then.
Yeah. So she is still alive. She was born in 1930.
Any thoughts, Johnny, on the UFC and what happened to McGregor? That sucks. I mean, you break your ankle in a fight. I mean, it's not how you want to go out losing, and I'm sure that's not how Dustin wanted to win the fight.
No, it's not. It's not how either wanted.
It's kind of irony though, because he said something before the fight that he would be leaving on that Dustin would be leaving on a stretcher. Like, no, dude, you're the one leaving on a stretcher. Karma's a bitch.
Well, people say that shit all the time.
And I've seen that in like the slow motion of it. Oh gosh, it's just like a leg ankle breaking and you catch it in slow motion.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Always makes
It's brutal.
very brutal.
Yeah.
Although personally, I think Conor should just call it a day. He had his success. He had a good run. He was champ. He's made his fortune.
I love it when he loses. I love it when he loses.
Great establishing shot there. I love that.
That was great.
At the time,
These are
helicopter.
smooth helicopter shots.
Very smooth.
These are
Very
very
smooth.
stable helicopter shots.
Yep.
That tells you that the camera's actually hooked to probably the
Oh, here comes
bottom of the
some,
helicopter.
Sammy
not
Hagar
somebody holding it,
Van,
you know what I mean?
Sammy Hagar Van Halen. Do we got any Sammy Hagar Van Halen fans in the chat room? I know when you start talking Van Halen, you got the David Lee Roth guys and you got the Sammy Hagar guys.
Mhm.
I like both eras, to be honest with you. Because really, to be honest with you, Van Halen is Eddie Van Halen. It's him. It's his sound. It's the way he composed and made the music. The lead vocalist, I mean, it didn't matter whether it was Sammy or Dave. They're both good.
Has Bill Paxton's wife left yet? Like she's gone home yet? Or has gone back? I think she has, right?
I don't know.
Because there's that moment where she's like, I just can't do this. Bye. She leaves. It's like, what the fuck were you doing there to begin with? Oh no, she's still there. There she is. Like, what is she doing there? She's like just this complete like. It's nothing. It's for drama. We got some drama. Drama. Bill Paxton looking sexy. You think they're getting paid to do this? Like, it's kind of like, oh, right into Carrie Elwes's motorcade. Yeah, bitch. Well, that top's not very stable on that fucking thing. Carrie Elwes. He would soon go on to become the head of the sorority house. Black Christmas. 2019. Black Xmas 2006. Yeah, bitches. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum.
Tony's not napping. Tony's responding to a client who was asking him about something can I do for them tomorrow.
Two-headed monster, Sesame Street. You guys remember that? Anybody in the chat room remember the two-headed monster? And they have like a little word would pop up. Be like, Oni, 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 Tony, Tony, yay! Fucking love those guys. Of course, if you're under the age of 30, you probably have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Imagine somebody actually slept like that. Like, what the fuck, dude? I love the way that Bill Paxton's like looking out the window, like he's like, it's there, man. It's there. I can fucking feel it. I can feel it's coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. They should fucking have that. That's what they should have playing right now. Phil Collins coming in the air tonight. Look at those clouds. I think those clouds are legit, too. Those are legit clouds. Julie Twig. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce your last name. I'm 24. The big 24.
Happy birthday.
I don't think it's her birthday. I think she's just saying she's 24.
Oh.
I was talking about just ages and things like that. 24, yeah. When I was 24, you would have been 2 years old. I think. No, that's not correct. That's not correct. I got that backwards. No, when I was 24, you would have been. What year were you born? You were born in. If you're 24, you're born in 97, so I would have been 18. I was 18. Tuhig. Okay. Tuhig. That's cool. Julie Tuhig. I was 18 when you were born, because you would have been born in 97, I guess.
That's no moon. It's a space station.
That's no moon. It's a space station.
Yep. We are really old. We both were born in the 70s.
See, this looks great. I buy this. I totally believe this. Water coming up. That's practical. That's right there on set. You can see the tornado in the back. I mean, maybe you could have slowed down the formation of the tornado, make it breathe a little bit. That's one thing that I find that that can totally ruin your CGI monsters. I find that when you have CGI monsters that are gigantic, they move too quickly. Like they don't move with the weight and the size that one that large would move. They're too fast, and it looks phony.
All right, let me map.
It's my opinion anyway.
Let me map this out and see what the distance is.
Let me map this out.
Sorry, guys. Someone's just asked me if I can do something tomorrow.
Yeah, no. Go right ahead, man. Take your time. Take your time. We're live, baby. Boat going over the place. It must be such a scary experience for people who live in Tornado Alley, or even if you don't, and a tornado rips through your town, through your home. You're in the basement. You're under the stairs. Shit's falling all around you. The roof is lifted off your house. Fuck, man, that must be scary shit. Like total just crazy. It's got to be crazy. Crazy stuff.
Oh, okay, so it's only a 15-minute drive. I can do that.
that's where we are right now. Whew, crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely.
All right.
Look out! No! Oh, all this shit fell over. Those little balls, they always remind me of like Christmas balls. You know, like that you hang on the tree.
Yeah.
That's what they remind me of. That's what they remind me of.
I'm almost positive that I bet you they probably got some on location shit of real storms out in Oklahoma. They probably patiently waited for moments to happen like this. They look like they're legitimately in a storm. You can't get trees like that to move like that in the background. Now, I'm not saying that they were filming it during a tornado, but like if you look at the trees behind Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton in that scene, probably just a good, really bad storm in Oklahoma at that moment.
Yeah,
or Iowa, depending on where they were.
Could also be wind machines too.
True.
Yeah, blowing that big, gigantic wind fans.
Only because we can't go back, but if you were to go back and rewatch that scene, it looked like a lot of it was natural lighting, and
right.
They didn't have any set lights on them.
Yeah, it just looks like she's trying to pick up Christmas balls.
That's stage lighting, the lightning and stuff. That's coming off to the right of them.
Yeah. I'm yelling. Just start making out already. See, this is this was pent up for years. It's unresolved issues what's going on right now.
So now we got to see a prequel.
Now, yes.
That's how they got there.
Yes. I want to see a prequel to Twister and how they got there. I really don't. In case you're just joining us, I don't give a fuck. I'm just making fun of people that need to know everything and every backstory. And listen, I'm not against expanding stories, but sometimes I just think you can pull the you can pull the elastic band on your fucking underwear only so far until it snaps back and hits you in the balls and it hurts. And too many people like to pull that fucking thing so far and it snaps back and it hits you in the balls. Oh, Dr. Loomis prequel. I don't give a no. I don't care. I don't care about a Dr. Loomis prequel. Who fucking cares?
But Dave.
Dave.
We want a Dr. Loomis prequel.
Damn, she's still there. She goes home after this.
Dr. Loomis and Michael and Smith,
and you know what? He is. He's acting wild. Look, I hate to say it, but I actually feel sorry for her. He's acting wildly inappropriate in front of his wife. She knows. She totally knows. That's a great shot though, with the sunset and everything.
It is.
But like, fuck.
We are going to do The Shining, Mohammed. We're going to do The Shining probably more like in the fall.
Yeah, fall 2028.
2035.
Okay. All right, fair.
No, it's coming. It's on the horizon.
It's coming. The shitting. The shitting.
The shitting. Wendy, I'm shitting.
Wendy, I'm fucking shitting in the bathroom. Yeah, Wendy. Yeah.
Speaking of.
Yeah, I was just going to say, holy shit. There it is.
Good segue.
Yeah.
We're doing The Shining right now. 2 birds with 1 stone.
There you go.
Dave, let's talk about this scene here in The Shining. We got Danny in the hallway, seeing the twins.
We are right here, Danny. Now, I believe there was a case somewhere, I don't know if it was in the States or maybe it was up here, where somebody was watching Twister at a drive-in and a tornado did actually go through the drive-in.
Or was it after Twister?
No, it was during the actual movie. Like
no. I mean, like Twister the movie. Was this the Shining? I know you're saying that a tornado hit while people were watching The Shining at the drive-in. Did this happen before the movie or after the movie?
No,
Twister the movie.
People were watching the movie Twister at the drive-in.
Oh,
and a tornado came through. That actually
that's
really
like
happened.
watching Jaws in the ocean. That's awesome.
And and a shark comes like and eats you. I don't know what that'd be awesome. I don't know.
Awesome.
That'd be amazing. I don't know where that was. I'll have to look it up. It might have been up here actually, but I remember hearing about that and thinking, oh my God, can you imagine? Can you imagine like if it was at the moment when the tornado was going through the drive-in here in the movie, and it's like you'd be like, oh, shit, these effects are fucking wild.
I know, right? See, I told you. It's like 3D effects,
See, actually,
babe.
I feel sorry for her. You know, it's like, what the fuck you doing, dude?
Kind of waste of character.
Well, she is, but it's like, come
It
on.
really is.
That walk. The walk of dominance. Give me a fucking dog. Give me a hot dog, man. Hey, can I speak to you? I think when I saw this movie in the theater, I thought the girl behind the counter there was really cute. I think I remember
still think
that.
she's really cute.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
Oh, there's the murder. Red rum. Door scene.
Red rum. Oh,
Dave and I have decided we're never going to do horror movies again.
I must be a little behind you.
We're on a horror movie protest.
I haven't seen the red rum yet. I must be way behind you. I'm still at
It
Helen
was in
Hunt.
the background, like when she grabbed the pen from the thing. It was in the background.
Sorry. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, she's signing it right now.
2 dudes in some protesting horror movies.
2 dudes and some feces. Bill Paxton.
No, actually, we decided we're going to do Jason X forever and ever. That's it. Just going to do Jason X
every week.
It's going to be called 2 Dudes and Jason X.
Yeah, every week. Every week we watch Jason X. Every week.
Every week.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? It'd be hilarious.
And we act like we haven't.
Exactly.
Like every episode begins.
Now, we're still watching it for the first time, folks.
Every episode begins and we play each episode like we've never seen it.
Exactly. That'd be great.
Be awesome.
There's moments in this where Helen Hunt's she's looking pretty good. Like when her hair's kind of all crazy like that and looking like it's been through a wind tunnel. I dig it. I do.
Yeah.
She's got a little bit of like an 80s rocker chick look going on.
Oh, the direction was play with your ring like you don't care anymore. Why isn't he with his wife? Because he really wants to be with her. Yeah, that's the problem. And this is so great. Oh, we know something's up because the TV.
The TV is on the fritz.
TV's on the fritz. The TV is on the fritz.
We didn't say that. My grandparents would say that though.
Swiftly. Swifty says Jason X is a classic.
God damn it.
Dude, with all due respect, we have 2 very definitions of what a classic is.
What do you mean?
Swifty X says, says Jason X is a classic. I'm like, Sunset Boulevard is a classic.
Halloween
Shawshank
Resurrection
is a classic.
That's a classic.
Jason X. Jason X is not a classic.
Trick or treat, motherfucker. That's a
Trick or treat, motherfucker!
The dumbest line in horror movie history. Well, no, your tits are stupendous is actually a pretty iconic line. I can't say that's a dumb line.
That's pretty dumb. And
because the fact that he said it and he said it with such conviction, I got to give the actor credit.
And so is the you big ass ball busting bitch or whatever it is. It's an outtake in Halloween Resurrection. It didn't make it in. He's like,
can't imagine why.
Something ball busting bitch. Yeah, I know. It's like, or something like that. Was it ball busting? I don't know.
It's already
here. Chick. It's not bitch. It's chick. Like you big ass something ball busting chick or something like that. So
and 2 dudes in a tornado. Then we got to really get heavy like country accent. Like Dave, what's going on, buddy? I got my chewing tobacco. Let's go chase some tornadoes.
Chasing it around, man. Come on. America, yeah. Land of the tornado.
We'll have like 2 big ass American flags off the pickup truck.
Yep. Oh, see, can you see?
Epic drone shot of us going down the highway 90 miles an hour.
100%.
Flags. Another flag hanging out while Dave's driving.
Oh, yeah.
Camera zooms in on Dave. Dave's like, America.
Yep. And I'm singing that. I'm like, the drones are, I'm singing the Star Spangled Banner. I'm like fucking belting it out like crazy.
Oh, Jack's
going
kind of
crazy.
Moment. The screen's going nuts while Jack is putting the axe through the door.
Yep.
No, that wasn't timed.
you imagine this happening? Philip Seymour Hoffman. When he died, it was Philip See No More Hoffman. Too soon? Too soon, folks? Too soon? Too soon? He was a great actor, though. Come on! Let's go! This has got to be bringing back... look at that. The screen just gets picked up. I love it.
Right at the moment of Jack's face, too.
Yep.
Right
Here's Johnny. It's great. Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. Glass breaking and shit. She
Good
remembers.
old sugar glass.
Yep, that's right. The roof is being torn. The roof is on fire. Where was that? Sorry, I'm just reading. I have to read that after. Fascinating. Heavy shit. Woo! Woo! Whoa! Dude, like, these effects look great. These effects look fantastic.
If this were a Fast and the Furious movie, Vin Diesel would be taking his Charger into the tornado.
Vin Diesel would be lifting the tornado
Don't mess with my
up.
family.
Vin Diesel would be lifting the tornado up.
True.
I'm gonna get rid of it. Fuck Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel. Mr. and Mrs.
Fast
Diesel.
and Furious 10 taking on a tornado.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Diesel.
Again,
Oh,
a nice
no.
little wink and nod here because you got Julie Garland. You don't have the Wizard of Oz, but you got Julie Garland.
Judy Garland, that's right.
So
She
you
died
get the,
young.
If you get the reference, obviously, of
Yep.
Wizard of Oz. Yeah,
Yep.
she did die young, unfortunately. She's a hell of a talent, hell of a stage act,
Yes.
stage performer too,
Yeah.
singing and all that, dancing and shit. You
You
don't
see-
really see much of that anymore with entertainers who know how to do the combination of that stage. I mean, you do get actors who do Broadway. I'm not saying that, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just not as mainstream. You don't see it as much
That's it.
as you did back in the day.
And the Fast and Furious franchise missed an opportunity with F5 to make it all about them chasing a tornado.
Actually, Fast 5 is one of it's like a fan favorite too. That's the
Dude,
one
Fast 5, I saw Fast 5 in the theater. I've never seen any of the rest. And I've seen the first few. And after Fast 5, I never bothered watching any of the rest, but I really enjoyed the movie. It was great. It was fun.
It's good fun action movie.
Yeah. It should have been Fast 5.
It's
F5
like it's like the
tornado.
Avengers of the Fast and Furious franchise. That's when they assemble the whole team.
That's right.
I mean, it is.
Fast and Furious. It's amazing how many people complain about the movie, but yet they'll go watch it. The Fast 9 was fucking shit. Why'd you go watch it? I wanted to watch
They
it.
needed to make a YouTube video.
Did you know it was going to be shit? Yeah, I knew it was going to be shit, but you went and watched it. Yep. Okay, that's fine. So you know it's going to be dog shit. Oh, yeah. But you went and watched it. Yep.
Okay. I need the views.
Well, I can understand if you're a movie reviewer and you have to review the movie. I get that. But the average public, the average moviegoer, I was like, what are you doing? Why are you going to watch it? I just don't go see dog shit. I knew it looked like ass. So I didn't go see it. I don't know. People got to do what they got to do, man. You do what you got to do. Come on. The tornado's heading towards your aunt. My aunt. fuck, man, we gotta go. And this is when his wife's like, I can't anymore. I just can't do this anymore.
F5.
Here it
Family
comes.
versus Twister. That's a good one.
I'm going back.
I'm going back.
Good. You'll be safe at the motel. I'll see you in the morning.
Really, that franchise should have ended at 7. It was a good
Yeah.
send-off. I know you haven't seen it, but the way they ended it is perfect. It's just, it wrapped the whole series up. The characters were good. Brian was off with his family, and you know, it was just with it, given the circumstances that they were put in with Paul Walker while still filming it. They did a really good job, and the way that movie ended, I actually just finally watched Furious 8 recently, like in the last like month or so, and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
We're finally seeing the departure of not only this character, but their relationship here.
Good riddance. No, 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 no.
He didn't give a fuck.
No, 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 no.
He's out. He's out. He can go be with, he can go bang Helen Hunt now.
Goodbye.
That's what he wants. She's pretty too, though. I think she's pretty.
She is.
Yeah.
If I had to choose between her and Helen Hunt, I'd probably choose her over Helen Hunt.
Yeah, if we're just going by looks, yeah, for sure.
No, I just really, the Southern accent thing,
Oh, yeah.
I'm a sucker for that. Oh, big time sucker for that. A girl with a Southern accent.
What about a woman with this Southern accent?
Hey, Tony, what's going on, man? You want to hop in
No.
the sack with me and have some
No,
fun?
it's got to kind of have like a bit of an antebellum type Southern accent to it. Like a
Can't
little
sound
sex
like
appeal to
Cleveland
it.
from Family Guy?
No, 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 no!
So this is
Hey,
interesting.
Peter.
I'm going to need to watch this video that was recommended to us. So this is legit. They built this in Oklahoma. They destroyed it.
I can believe
It's
that.
not a sound stage,
No.
which I thought it was. So I need to.
They would
I need
have
to watch
built
that
the set
video.
to be destroyed. Yep.
Yeah, but that's cool that they did it on location in Waukita.
Yeah.
Um,
Waukita. Where do you live? I live in Waukita.
Waukita.
That's how I would say that all the time.
Waukita.
I would say that all the time. If I lived there, so where are you from? Waukita. Really?
Where's your house? It's underground because I'm smart enough to not have an above ground house.
But you only say the name like that. You're like, I live in Waukita. Really? Yeah. I live in Waukita.
Waukita. Twister versus Independence Day is a film that needs to happen. What the hell?
Oh, no.
That'd be awesome. Though.
Imagine.
All kinds of stupid, but it would be awesome.
Well, there was Sharknado. I mean, and they made, and how many did they make of those? Like 5?
Hey, good on you,
6?
Ian Ziering.
I can't
90210 and
believe that.
Sharknado.
I can't believe there was a market for it. Like, the world's gone to fucking shit. You know what movie I watched last night on Netflix that I really enjoyed was a movie called I Am Mother. And it's a sci-fi film, and it's got Hilary Swank in it, and it's basically about this young girl who is raised. There's some sort of apocalyptic event, extinction event that happens. She's raised by a droid in this building or whatever, this safe place. And she's raised, and she has no idea. She's never met another human or whatever the case is. And she's raised, and then she discovers Hilary Swank's character is trying to get into this place. And anyways, it goes on from there. And there's a moral thing, and there's like droids, humans. And anyways, I highly recommend it, if you're into sci-fi and all that kind of stuff. It's really good.
Yeah, definitely.
I really liked it. But there was a theme in there where I guess I can't really say it. It would spoil it. Anyway, there's a theme in there where like you're supposed to kind of feel for the humans, but I was kind of feeling for the droids. I was kind of like, yeah, I get why they did that. I totally understand. Like, humans fucking suck. Okay? Like, I mean, the world is dog shit. I'm not saying there isn't good in the world. There aren't good people in the world, and the world's not worth saving. But you know, when I watch a movie where people want to wipe us all out, I'm kind of like, yeah, maybe it's for the best. We should just start over. I'm just like, yeah.
I don't think the world is bad. I think like we go from somehow, I don't know how this started or why it happens, but we as a culture now go from like DEFCON 1 to DEFCON 5 in a blink of an eye.
Oh yeah.
You know, when we're
100%.
communicating and talking with each other, like everything just escalates.
Get rid of all of
nowadays
us.
so quickly.
All of us. Even me. Just go ahead.
And the human race.
Blow us up. Yes, end it right now. Like aliens right now. Blow us up.
Let's have another dinosaur
100%
extinction.
I want aliens right now to blow us up like the Death Star blew up Alderaan in the first Star Wars movie. I want like a laser beam to like go 100%. Let's go. Let's just fucking start over from scratch right now. Because you know the aliens are looking down at us going, holy fuck, these guys are, what the fuck, man? What have they done? What are they doing down there? What the fuck are they doing down there? At least she survived. At least she survived. The dog, look at this. It's kind of cute, actually.
There's the dog. Your car's in a tree around the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I recommend that film.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I said that backwards. Die Hard Drummer. It's DEFCON 5 to DEFCON 1. But you get the reference of what I meant.
Yeah. Well, the world's just
it's crazy.
Garbage. The world is a beautiful place in terms of the way it looks, but humans are yeah, we're just shit. Not everybody. I'm just saying, like we're just, you know, as a species, we've done so much harm to ourselves, to our planet. You know, like it's just we've
dumped ourselves down, man. Like, I mean, there's this video on YouTube that I watched recently where there's girl. I don't have TikTok. I have zero desire to get TikTok.
Yeah, I don't have TikTok.
There's a girl on there who's got like 190 something million followers. Like, not even joking. She's got like almost 200 million people following her. All this girl does is just take pictures of herself staring in the mirror.
Yeah.
And she's lip singing or lip talking or like, there's nothing creative about that.
No.
Meanwhile, there's a dude out there who's getting zero recognition and he's painting these like lifelike portraits of humans, like legit,
5 followers.
Like, he's got 5 followers. Exactly. Literally. This dude's an artist. He's literally creating masterpieces. Nothing.
Yeah, because nobody gives a fuck.
Who's staring at herself with her phone like this in a mirror and
yes, I know.
900 million followers.
Dude, I could
Okay.
I could teach I could teach like an introductory class to cinematic language and symbolism in film. Because I don't know enough about it in depth to teach like a master class, but I certainly can teach an introductory class into cinematic language, symbolism in film, how to utilize it in your writing and telling a story through the lens. I could upload a video like that, get like, 500 views. I could upload a video of me going, poo, vagina, and it would get like 10 million views. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. People love it. People love,
pretty much.
People would love it. They'd be like, did you see this? Yeah, it's great. It's great. Love it. I could get on TikTok. I don't have it. I could get on TikTok and I could go 5,000 views overnight. 5,000 views. Shares. 5,000 shares.
And I see these videos on YouTube and it's just weird. Like I get it with the young kids that are doing it. That's because it seems like it's intended for young adults, young teens, young adults, whatever. But is when I see people our age on there acting like young adults and young teens, I'm just like, what in the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what in the fuck? And I'm just, whatever.
Dude, I could go on Twitter right now and just type the word poo. And it would get at least 1 like.
I know.
I'm telling you, I could go on Twitter right now and just type, honest to God, just this, poo, P-O-O, and somebody would like it. Somebody would like it. Why are you liking it? You don't even know the context. I just write poo. Like, we are a strange species.
We are.
That's another great shot. Some really nice sweeping shots in this film.
And the helicopter shots, again, this is, helicopter. It's on point.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's on point.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is when they MacGyver their last Dorothy going after the final twister.
Mm-hmm.
The dramatic 90s music that we got going on here, the cinematic music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, they're not making new ones. They're adding wings to it, so it'll sort of go
so
up and twist.
it'll yeah, it'll lift to add lift. Would that even work? Like just doing that with that? See, that looks great. That actually is how tornadoes really look. Which, of course, you would suspect that the digital effects artists would study how tornadoes really move to actually do that.
That's our intro video.
Yeah, this is us.
This is the
Two dudes
towards,
and a tornado. Or maybe it should be two dudes and a twister.
No, I like two dudes in a tornado.
Yeah, two dudes and a twister makes it sound like we're playing that twister game.
Twister game, yeah. I like two dudes in a tornado.
That's just not two dudes and a twister.
It's just not.
Red.
That's all kinds of village people wrong.
Oh, it's funny.
Oh, I'm probably gonna piss someone off with that comment, but whatever. It's a joke.
Oh God.
Take it easy.
Still some context. People are so sensitive these days. That guy looks like he's ready to be in a Terminator movie. The guy with the beard. Terminator 2. Judgment Day.
Two dudes in a battleship. That's gonna be me and Dave when we're 90. We're gonna play the game of Battleship. Yep.
R5.
Save my battleship, you fucker.
R5. Miss. J4. Johnny, you know there's J. This looks great.
J5, that's bingo.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is bingo. Well, it wouldn't even be R. Would it be bingo? I've watched.
I haven't played Battleship in a while.
As we all have. Twisters like tornadoes on YouTube and shit, and they really look like this. Like they look like fucking. It's insane.
Yeah, they're epic.
Yeah. Is this the F5? Yeah, this is the F5. F5. It is.
We're getting close to the end. There's like 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it's exactly.
I think
the
it
end.
is. I think this is the fuck 5.
This is it.
This is it. Here we go.
This is it.
Here we go, baby. Let's go.
Although that's actually not a bad idea, playing vintage games.
Was there ever a Twister video game?
Is there someone doing that right now? I may have just given someone a new idea for a new YouTube channel.
What's that?
Playing like the vintage games like Monopoly, Battleship.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
There's got to be some loser out there doing that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking, people. Oh man. Final Destination. Oh, that would suck. That would suck because how do you even get your truck off that?
And that's a legit tree going into a truck. Now I know that the visuals before that was effects,
right?
But at that point when it collides into the truck, that was all legit. That was good. Good filmmaking.
How'd you get off
for '96?
Yeah, that's a. The creepiest thing about a tornado is that the concentration of the wind is in the tornado, right? And in a lot of cases, it's not that the tornado is moving, it's what the tornado is blowing.
Right.
You know, like this truck, you know, and shit like that. Like you could stand within like 100 yards of a tornado and you could be fine. It's not like a hurricane where it's like wind is all around you, right? But if you get in a tornado's
that's
path,
how big you got to make our
deadly.
Tornadoes in post. So even if we have
Yes.
these little miniature dinky tornadoes, you just got to change it in post to the real epic ones.
No, ours are
And
going to
then
be
we'll
this,
show people outtakes. This is what it really looked like.
dude. Our tornado is going to be like coast to coast.
We're gonna create a new F number.
Yeah. It's going to be
Sorry, Ben. We're gonna get higher than you.
100%.
F11.
F 500. That's what it's going to be.
F500.
And they go through a house here in a minute, right? Like up a set of stairs or something. Don't they do that?
and
They
then
go
the
through a
storm
house here,
truck.
I think. I think they do. I love seeing the house like, yeah, because a tire falls here in a second, or like construction equipment, like a backhoe or something. I can't remember, something like that. I bet you, Evil Alex says 2 dudes chess, best show ever, sitting for 4 hours. I bet you there are people on YouTube you can watch play chess for like.
Well, I mean, there's the pro people. I watch that from time to time. Like I'll watch Magnus Carlsen, one of the top guys there. I'll watch him play chess against some people. Actually, I like chess. I'm not really good at it, but I enjoy watching people play.
Well, it's a game of strategy, right?
It is.
So,
game of strategy, game of intelligence, and you really got to know what you're doing.
Yep.
You got to know the moves. You got to be able to calculate the board. You got to anticipate what your dude's going to do next.
Yep. Yeah, that looks totally legit. That tornado looks fucking legit. These effects, even 25 years later, look fantastic.
They do.
They're going in. We're driving in, man. America. Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light? Can you imagine that's how it was sung? Can you imagine that kind of a voice at like a football game? Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light? Yes, America. Be great. Terry Elwes. I remember he gets lifted up here, like his whole truck gets.
Oh yeah, he
lifted
goes
up
down with a blaze of glory.
And then it like falls to the ground. You see like this epic explosion way off in the distance. I remember this. What are you doing? Get out of there! I hate your fucking guts, but get out of there! Oh come on! If you hated somebody's fucking guts, I'd have a smile on my face right now. I'd be like, yeah, go do it, go do it. Go up there, champ. Go up there, champ.
Gets impaled. That's a hell of a way to go. That's some Final Destination shit.
That's like, can you imagine being oh my God. And then to make matters worse, look at this. You get lifted up into the air. Terry Elwes is probably alive right now. He's alive right now.
Yeah, he's still alive.
He's still alive. And then, no, they're like, oh man, to make it even, look at, he's upset. What are you upset about? You fucking hate the dude. Come on, you're not upset, Paxton. Stop trying to look cool in front of the woman. You're not upset. Look at his face. He's like, deep inside, he's like, yeah, that's right. Oh my God, can you imagine? Holy shit, can you imagine?
Crazy. Well, there goes John Deere.
Yeah, John Deere. Oh yeah, so this is where the construction equipment, this is where like it gets, like something gets lifted up and tossed in front of them. That's right. I remember this now. Here it comes. Yeah, that's great. And like a big tire too, I think. Tractor, yeah, that's so great. Tires. Yeah, like this stuff looks fantastic.
Like the outside shots, I really believe that's Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton in there dodging this stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. Yep.
You know what's crazy too is that F5 tornadoes, yeah, here it comes through the house. We're going in! I remember that. That's great. And they go up the stairs. I don't know if
this should make for a hell of an amusement park ride. I know they had one in Florida.
They did, but it wasn't like this.
It wasn't anything like this, right?
No. I don't know if you could go through the house though. Like, I don't know if you could actually go through the house and out the other side. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think the resistance of everything in the house would probably slow you down.
Stop you.
Yeah. I don't think you could go actually up the stairs, through a wall, through the bedroom and out the other side. I don't think so. But what's crazy about this, and what a lot of people don't understand, is that an F5 tornado could literally pick up those things. Like, they could watch a fucking F5 tornado or any F tornado rip through a house. Holy shit. Like, it touches it like it's nothing, like we crumple paper. You know what I mean? And they can pick up buses and trucks and shit like that and toss them around like it's nobody's business. Like it's nothing. I mean, the wind speeds of an F5 are like, what is it? Like, I think like 400, 500 miles an hour or something like that. Faster than that, maybe. It's crazy.
That's a good question.
It's craziness. Maybe it's 3. It's really, really strong. It's stronger than a hurricane. Like the nucleus of an
F5 tornadoes were estimated to have had maximum winds between 261 miles per hour and 318 miles per
so
hour.
318. So still,
all right.
that's
we can handle that.
dude. That's fucking fast, and that's
We can handle it.
the nucleus, like the central of the tornado, is stronger than a hurricane.
Although when you think about this,
not that hurricanes are weak. I mean, they're up at like 180, 200 miles an hour too. But the strongest F5 and the strongest hurricane, the F5, I think is stronger. But it's centralized. It's localized to just the tornado, not the surrounding area. So that's a big difference there.
The top speed for a NASCAR only hit 216 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's the top speed record for NASCAR. 216.
Well, when you're on a plane, what's crazy, when I've been on a plane, the last few times I've been on a plane flying to LA and back, I will put on in front of me, there's a screen on the seat, right? And I'll watch sort of like the flight thing. You know, you can see your little plane, you can see how far you're going, you can see the altitude, the wind speed, all that kind of stuff. Or the wind speed. Yeah, I guess you can kind of see that, but you can see the speed of the plane. And I remember glancing at it and I'm like, holy fuck, we're going 700 miles an hour. Or like 500 miles an hour or something ridiculous like that. And I was like, and of course, you know, I look out the window and it doesn't look like it at all because there's nothing to give it scale. Like if there was a stop sign out there, it would go by the plane like, whoa, you know what I mean? It would literally go by the plane like, you know, but because there's nothing out there but clouds, it doesn't look like you're traveling that fast. But like commercial airplanes travel like 500 miles an hour. Like it's insane how fast you're actually going, but it doesn't look like you're going that fast or feel like it because there's nothing to give you perspective. But yeah, like if there was like a stop sign or a post out there, it was like, and you'd be like, holy shit.
They missed a great opportunity here when they go into the first barn and it's all like those metal blades and shit. Someone should have been like, who the hell lives here? Leatherface?
Yeah, Leatherface. All the horror fans. Yay.
Horror fans be like, yeah, some love for our genre.
They gave us love. Aw, the poor horses. How could you not like want to bang after this? You know, I mean, well, no, I just mean like if you were with a girl, you know, and you know, because it's a joint experience, you survive it together. You know, how could you not? You know, he's just got to save her life. He's got to save her life, and then she owes him. You see, then she owes him. Or maybe she dies and she gets impaled on a pitchfork.
See, like right here, it would have been perfect. Lives here, Leatherface.
Yeah. Maybe he does, and he comes out and he kills them both. And kills them both, and that's the end of it. And the movie just ends with the sound of the F5 destroying the barn. Like that looks legit, and it's not. And it looks legit. No. Looks fucking great. The effects look fucking fantastic. It's 25 years old, this movie.
That's the Friday the 13th Part 3 barn. Connecting the two franchises.
Yeah, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Yeah, like if you watched a movie, so 1996, 25 years before that is 1971. Like, it's amazing how far we've come, right? Like, a movie's effects.
With what, technology?
Yeah, like a movie's effects in 1971 would look archaic to an audience in 1996. But here's a movie in 1996 where its effects look still pretty fucking great.
And yet somehow today, while we have advanced with technology, they don't look nearly as good.
Oh yeah, it's because they overdo it, right? Like some of
they overdo it, yeah.
It depends on what it is, but sometimes it's like when you're taking a photograph, right? You know, or you're color grading, or what you can over process, you can over color grade, you can over what is it? Over over a 10 to your.
Okay, except for this moment here coming up. This is maybe a little bit over the top. I don't think this could be humanly possible, but hey, I get it.
Is this when right. They attach
They
themselves
go
to the
in
pole.
the tornado.
Right.
I don't know if that can, I mean, maybe it is humanly possible,
But even if it's not, it's a great way to end this film.
sure.
Imagine-
I mean, you've gone this
imagine-
far over the top. What the hell?
Dude,
I mean,
imagine
and
doing
really,
this.
most of this movie has not been over sensationalized.
No.
It's been very realistic,
Yeah.
except for this payoff here at the end, which
Yeah.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
I can live-
Imagine
and
having.
I think when I say that in
It's crazy.
comparison to movies like today,
Yes.
everything is just over the top in every
Yes.
single scene. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's over sensationalized. Where this, okay, the whole movie has been pretty solid. So why not? We'll give them one unrealistic scene.
Imagine having this kind of an experience with somebody.
It'd be insane inside of an F5 tornado like this.
I mean, they might as well just start banging right now.
exactly.
like, he
Banging
might as
inside
well
a
just-
tornado. Are you
Yes.
kidding?
Can you imagine banging
You'd be in the
inside of an
1%
F5
that.
tornado?
You'd be the only ones who've done it.
Look at this. Imagine if they're having sex right now. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, and they're at their next party and everyone's talking and bragging. Yeah, I'm in the Mile High Club. Yeah,
Yeah, we
fucked in
fucking-
a tornado.
We had sex in an F5 tornado. All he's got to do is just stick it in once. That's it. He doesn't have to thrust. He doesn't have to do
finish.
anything. They don't have to finish. He just needs to stick it in, and boom, there it is. There it is. They've
This
done
stream
it.
got very X-rated really quick.
I'm sure it'll get demonetized.
Oh, like the other video the other day?
Oh,
Shit.
fucking talk to me about that. But that didn't get demonetized. That got completely removed
Taken
from my
down.
channel.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
So now
Some
there's a
bullshit.
lost episode of McRae Live.
A lost episode.
187. Yeah. And it's completely
Interesting number, because that's the police. 187 is police
Homicide.
Homicide. That's it. So
Yeah.
it's interesting how that
Yeah.
played out.
They killed it. They killed it. All because I was watching a creepy video that was inappropriate, but yet I wouldn't even say it was inappropriate. It was just weird. I mean, it was inappropriate what the host was doing and how he was behaving. But what I find so ironic is that, so you take down my video of watching the video, but you don't take down the video I was watching. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
I don't know.
I could fight it. I mean, there's an opportunity for me to fight it, and maybe I
Is it
still
worth
will.
it?
But I don't care about the show enough to care, and I don't want to give them the satisfaction. It just pisses me off. Like, yeah, okay, so take down my video, but leave the video up that I was watching. That would be like me watching I don't know. Well, you know what I mean. It's just so stupid.
Yeah.
Like right now, they could have been like, yes, we had sex.
They could be in the middle of it,
In the
creating
F5.
a baby.
And she's pregnant because of it, because he just got so hot and turned on that he, their baby was conceived in an F5 tornado.
Hell yeah.
Then you'd have to call your kid F5.
Baby comes out all Hercules
Yep.
and shit.
Take a page out of
Or Xena, Princess Warrior,
call it
depending
Moon
on
Unit
if it's a
or
girl.
something. Moon Unit. Diehard Drummer 84 says, "Do you still have a recording of that episode?" No, I don't. I don't record the episodes. I don't, because I don't need to do that, because I'm not cutting them down and then uploading other shit. So no, it's gone. Unless I fight it, and I don't know if there's a time frame to fight it, but I just don't care about it. It doesn't. I can do another one.
Shine on.
If I made money off of YouTube, and what I mean by that is if I actually, if I was Joe Rogan or something and actually making, thousands, well, that's an extreme example. You don't have to have that much to make money. But my videos on their own, and by the way, the few super chats that did come through on that still do go through. But my videos, in terms of the actual revenue from like clicks and ads and things like that, I'm not a big enough channel. Like it doesn't work like that. 2,000 views on a video is not going to make you money. It might make you like $2. You know what I mean? So, oh yeah, Spielberg was an executive producer. That's right. Which means absolutely fucking nothing.
Should we take some?
Yeah, let's do that. A film by John de Helen. There it is. And that's a great, very nice, steady work in terms of these aerial shots. That was the 1996 film Twister, ladies and gentlemen. One of my favorites, definitely from
mine, too.
that decade. I say we take a few questions here before we call it a day. Let's go over to the chat room.
The next two shows, this one and next one, those are probably two of my favorite 90s. Easily, if I were to do like a, top 20, Armageddon and Twister are definitely in my top, probably even in my top 10 for 90s favorite films. They're just fun movies. They're unrealistic, but they're just fun.
Agreed. The Spiral Sky Project sent in $5 and said, you mentioned before that Rob Zombie probably seen some crazy stuff.
He's the greatest director ever.
Yes, he is. He's the greatest fucking director ever. I don't know if he's talking about me or you or us as a collective. You mentioned before that Rob Zombie probably seen some crazy stuff growing up since he was in a circus carnival environment. He actually did see stuff. And then he follows up with another $5 super chat and says, Rob said when he was young, he saw a clown performer get his head exploded with a hammer at the circus by some maniac. It scared him for life, I bet. Yeah, I can understand that being an awful experience for sure. I can understand that. Don't think that's any excuse to
horror movie lover at Dave McRae. When will
Halloween
Kills merch get revealed? Never.
Halloween Kills merch? Like, you mean like
merchandise? Like,
no, I know that, but like t-shirts and stuff. I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I don't know who the official licensor would be of that.
Well, I'm sure all the main popular t-shirt design place, all of them would probably have some type of,
Terror Threads, Fright Rags, Trick or Treat Studios,
have some type of something to give to people. I gotta believe as it gets closer to the movie.
Yeah, I would say I mean this fall at some point, probably something like that. Bobby Hall says, Dave, what made Bruce want to be involved with It's Me, Billy? I think you said he had only seen Black Christmas for the first time within the last few years. Did he become an instant fan? Yes.
Bruce is Dave's BFF, though.
I was just going to say, I had watched Black Christmas for the first time in a few years, and I just saw an opportunity that I thought might be kind of fun to extend a story that I of course, I've said 1,000 times, doesn't need extending, but I wanted to do something that doing fan films are always fun because you get to play in pre-established sandboxes and you don't have to, but I didn't want to do Halloween. I just didn't want to do it. I'm tired of it. And it's saturated. Everybody's doing a fucking Halloween fan film and it's low hanging fruit as far as I'm concerned.
Overly saturated. Yeah.
Right, and it's some are good, some are bad, some are amateur, some are semi-pro. But what I decided on.
But Dave, you can never have enough.
It's true. And for obvious reasons, right? And then when I took it to Bruce he had known about it, obviously. I mean, he knew what it was, but he hadn't seen it. And, I wanted to make having just turned 40 that year, I wanted to, utilize our connections. We always talked about it, but we never did because he's busy doing what he's doing. I'm busy doing what I'm doing. And we wanted to kind of make a movie, like a real movie, right? Not one that's, shot on your phone. Not that real movies haven't been shot on their phone. It's crazy that I have to say this, right? That I have to actually say that following up.
After everything you said.
Yes, because there's going to be somebody, but did you know that Steven Soderbergh's? Yes, I know. I'm talking generally speaking. Anyway, So anyway, that being said, we wanted to do that. And so Bruce, being my best friend of nearly 30 years and was just kind of, it's what best friends do, right? He liked the movie. He thought it was cool. He saw the opportunity. He saw where we could extend the story in kind of an interesting, fresh way, still keeping the DNA of the franchise there, but moving it forward in a fresh way that's still very Black Christmas, but introducing something new at the same time. Trying to, that balance, right? You don't want to alienate, you don't want to do, a carbon copy. You want to bring in something fresh. And he liked the idea. And that's kind of how it was. Like, he was like, let's do this. Like, let's do Black Christmas.
Come on, let's do it.
Yeah, come on, let's do it now. So he was on board. And obviously, Bruce being in the job that he's in is hugely beneficial for us. So, and anybody who wants to make a movie, obviously, because of where he works. So that obviously helped. But yeah, I wouldn't say he's as big of a fan as I am, but he's also not. It's like Bruce likes horror movies. He appreciates good horror movies, but he's not a horror fanatic like us. He's not like, he knows Halloween. He appreciates it, likes the first one. I think he's seen the first few, but he's not like, you know, he's not a gigantic. His horror genre is science fiction. He loves sci-fi, and he loves that.
So he's like into aliens and shit like that.
Yeah, I think he's just into bigger concepts, you know, and more cerebral films. And he's got a feature length or a feature film idea that he would love to get off the ground that is very sort of big concept sci-fi. But horror and sci-fi are like, you know, cousins of each other, right? I mean, they're very sort of intertwined, you know. So, but yeah, so that's basically it. He just was like, yep, I love it. Really enjoyed the movie. Thought it was great. Thought the ending was great. Could totally see why you want to extend it a little bit. Go and do this kind of thing or whatever. He says, yes, let's do it. Fucking do it. Let's do it. And he was on board because he's my best friend, and we did it. And he was great to work with, and I think it turned out great. And the response has been good, and you know, people seem to really enjoy what we've done, and hopefully we'll get a chance to bookend the story, and because there is more. Like, we didn't just leave it like that for no. And I understand why, but it's funny how there's some comments that will end with, that's it. So that's the end of the movie. That doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, okay, if you saw this movie, if this was a feature-length film that you saw in the theater, would you not go, oh, they're clearly setting it up for a sequel? Like, I mean, come on, put two and two together here. Obviously, it ends like this because, you know, the difference between myself and Bruce and sometimes Hollywood is that we actually know where we want to go. Sometimes horror movies will just end on a cliffhanger with no idea where to go. They just end it like that because, you know, they just want to leave it open, right? We left it open because, you know, it costs a lot of money to produce studio quality. So we have to take these things in stages. So we hope that, you know, we have an opportunity to finish it because there is more to tell. Don't think you know it all yet, folks. Don't think you know it all yet. So yeah, so that's basically it, Bobby. I mean, he just was on board, thought it was great. He's like, yeah, let's do it. David Lee Barron sends in $4.99, says, "Dear Dr. Pichet and our Lord and Savior, Tony Christ, dudes." I
got the Lord and Savior back.
You did. Two dudes, three ninjas.
I thought Reese was going to carry on the name of that mantle from now on.
Well, you know, you are a deity,
I kind of said
Tony.
That reverse, but whatever.
You are a deity, Tony. You are a god. I mean, you are a god. Dear Dr. Pichet, our Lord and Savior, Tony Christ, two dudes, three ninjas. In my opinion, the comedy in that film still holds up very well today. You know, that I think he's talking about that kids movie from the early 90s.
Never even seen it, to be honest with you.
I think I saw the first one.
I heard of it. Like, you're right. I think, isn't it that kids movie that came out in like kind of
92,
right as we were like kind of heading into our teen years?
Yeah, somewhere around there, like probably almost 30 years ago now.
I haven't seen it, so probably
I saw the first one.
I don't think it's anytime soon, but maybe, you know.
No. I remember seeing the first one. Tommy Jenks sends in $5, says, Sartain kept mentioning Loomis's name and work in H18. You think Sartain's name or presence will appear in H Kills or H Ends, or is Sartain done for, I'm assuming you meant now, for good? I don't think Sartain's name pops up at all, and I don't think it's necessary. I think that was just a connection to Loomis to let you know that this is somebody who's familiar with the case. You know? So I think that's largely why. And how he was kind of, his interest was a bit opposite to what Loomis's was. Like they had disagreements, I guess, on how to approach Myers. P. Rich says, Dave, good job on It's Me, Billy. Thank you very much, P. Rich. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think we're over 26,000 views now, which is great for a Black Christmas fan film. I still get that question, and I understand why. I think it's because people are used to the higher numbers. You know, I'll often get, it's not very high, and I'll often say, well, no, it's not, in comparison to some of the Halloween, Friday the 13th fan films that generate, 1 million plus views and in their sleep, but that's largely because of the IP of the property. Again, Black Christmas is that niche cult film that still a lot of people have never seen. I bet you there's more people that have seen the '06 movie than the '74 film. And so there's still a lot of people that don't know it. There are a lot of people that do. There's a lot of people that have seen it. And then out of those, like, let's say you have 100 people who watch it, right? You're going to get at least 40 or 50 of them. Yeah, maybe even half that don't like it. They think it's too slow. It's dated. Black Christmas is a tough nut to crack in terms of getting people to care about it, getting people to care about the character and the mythology and the lore. It's tough. Friday the 13th, it's written, it's established, it's well established. It's a pop culture icon.
But more importantly, did you have fun making the project?
Oh, for sure. I'm not upset about it. I'm just giving the reasons for people who question it, right? There are some people that, like, I'm on your side. We had a great time, right? And we're very proud of the work.
Well, it's because
I think it's success.
The dumbest thing that we have evolved to in a society where we put value on numbers. The only numbers that you put value on personally is what's in your bank account. And I'm not saying that mean like a person who's rich has more value than me or Dave. I'm just saying that that's the only numbers that are important in life.
Well,
because the amount of likes or the amount of views that one person gets, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You guys set out to do something, you fucking accomplished it. I don't care if 10 people watched your movie. The fact that you guys set out and made a mission to make this film, you hit your mark, which is not fucking easy to do with an Indiegogo campaign and shit. And you got it done. I don't know. It's just,
well,
I don't know.
If I can interrupt,
I think we put too much much emphasis on views and likes. And
I get the principle of what you're saying, but to be fair, I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit and say that, likes and views do matter. I mean, that's why we put the film online, is for people to watch it. And now from a personal perspective, we're very proud of it. We've accomplished it. We made a real film, but at the end of the day, you want people to watch your movie, and we would be extraordinarily disappointed if only 100 people did. So it is important for people to watch it. That's how you get recognition. That's how people see your work, and you put your work out there to be seen. So it is, but I think where the point I was trying to make was there needs to be perspective, because I think people in the horror community are so used to seeing Friday the 13th, Halloween fan films, have these huge numbers, and that's not a reflection of quality. That's a reflection of interest. That's a reflection of IP. I should say it's not just a reflection of quality. Certainly Never Hike Alone, Never Hike in the Snow, the quality is very apparent. That's part of the reason why it gets the buzz and the following and the press it does. But at the end of the day, there are also many amateur home movie Friday the 13th and Halloween fan films that have 500,000 views as well. And so it's just the interest. It's the interest. I mean, we made a real film that is studio quality and that could have that, absolutely. That's not, it doesn't just have 26,000 views, and let's not, it's not just 26,000 views, it's 26,000 views, but it doesn't have 260,000 views, not because it's a garbage movie or not because it looks like shit, but because the interest in Black Christmas is not the same as the interest in Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th, Halloween. Is that unfortunate? Yeah, it is, but we knew what we signed up for. We knew that in signing up for this, we knew that this wasn't something that was likely to come out of the gate and, in a month have, 250,000 views. It's just nobody cares about Black Christmas in the ways that they care about Friday and Halloween. So it's our hope that what does allow them to care is they look at the quality of the film and the work that went into it and go, oh wow, let's watch this, whatever. And listen, 26,000 views is 26,000 views, and that's in 5 weeks. So where are we going to be at Christmas time? And then of course, when you get to Halloween and you get to Christmas, there's going to be more renewed generated interest in the film at that time as well. But what Tony is saying is right. He's not wrong in what he's saying, right? It's that I think But I do think context has to be there too for people to understand that It's Me, Billy has 26,000 views in 5 weeks. And, you know, a Halloween fan film can get 200,000 views in 5 weeks because of the IP, because people care more about Billy, more about Michael than they do Billy. That's it. That's why. I mean, that is why, right? You know what I mean? And it is what it is. But we knew that signing up for it. We knew it signing up for it. But we're very proud of it. I mean, it's you know, it looks great. And we just hope we can make the ending. Because it would suck to just leave it there. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, sure. What happened? Where's grandma? What's going on? Like, we want to finish it. We want to bookend this baby. The Spiral Sky Project says, Dave, you mentioned something about Rob Zombie growing. Oh, I
think he's responding to what he's like. He's saying, Dave, you had mentioned something about Rob Zombie growing up in a circus environment and probably had a horror effect on him. And you were basically correct. Oh,
I see. Yeah, but that doesn't mean every fucking movie he makes has to have some sort of circus, like some sort of weird, unorthodox. He just loves playing in that world. He just loves.
And I give him credit for that. I will say this.
Yeah, fair enough.
He stays true. He doesn't buy into what people want. He stays true to what he wants to do, and I respect him. That it doesn't mean I'm going to like everything you do now, but
no, that's true too.
The fact that you are staying true to yourself, and that's why I'm like, oh my God, the Munsters, man, this is going to be an adventure.
It's true.
It's going to be a trip.
I know. And
there's two sides to it. There's one,
and you're a big Munsters fan. So how do you feel about this? Because I like the Munsters, but I wouldn't say I'm a big Munsters fan. How do you feel about Rob Zombie taking on the Munsters, Tony?
There's two sides to this. There's the side that, like, I hope he shocks the shit out of everybody and, like, delivers us an amazing Munster movie, like totally catches all of us off guard. That's my hope.
Yeah.
The reality, the flip side to it, there's also the flip out of just pure curiosity. I would love to see him do the Munsters as, like, what he did with Halloween, just because I want to hear Herman go, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Just out of pure stupidity, like, yep, he went there with it. You know what I mean? Because first of all, you are never going to capture what they did in the 60s. You're just never going to get that again. One, Fred Gwynne, he next to Boris Karloff, he's like Boris Karloff is the definitive Frankenstein. Fred Gwynne was a solid Frankenstein. I mean, he played Herman Munster very well. The look, they did a phenomenal job, and I know it wasn't easy on him. You've heard him talk about how hard it was and, like, how much weight he would lose per episode, to put all that shit on. Yvonne DiCarlo, I mean, Jesus, I mean, like, that God just said perfection. Perfection. I mean, really, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, it's like, and you can go with Pat Priest and I'm drawing a blank on the other one who played Marilyn Munster.
I forget. I don't know. I'm not as big of. I mean, I like them, but I'm not as big of a fan.
Anyways, you're never gonna capture that same magic of that. And it was a short run. You're talking 2 seasons, and that's it.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
That's it. It's 2 seasons.
How many episodes though? Because in a season way back then
it was like 30 episodes. Yeah. I think they're around I think they're in the 60s, okay. maybe teetering 70s. Now, if I say they're teetering in the 70s, that's also because they did come back a couple of times for like those reunion shows and shit and movies. They did a movie like made for TV movie.
Yeah, you're right. 70 episodes.
So 70. Okay.
1964 to 66.
That's it. 2 years. That and Addams Family were only 2 years. Both of them.
Wow.
That's it. 2 years.
Addams Family, I know just because of the.
I think what had happened is you had one color television was just booming. It was dominating, and everybody wanted color TV. And to see the Munsters in colors really ruins the magic of the show.
Right.
If you've ever seen color photos of them, I mean, they're green, and it just, I think back then with our color television, because you do see it in, like I said, the made-for-TV movies that they did.
So
they did it in color, and it didn't look right.
Here's a question for you.
What?
So the Munsters is clearly do we know yet? Has this information come out? Is the Munsters going to be, like, how do you place this weird-looking eccentric family
in today's society
into,
that wouldn't be that hard, to be honest with you.
But what I mean is, or is the whole world going to be eccentric? Like, is it going to be a weird world?
I don't know how he's going to approach this.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting. But like I said, I hope he surprises us. I hope he decides to, because I know that this is one of his favorite television shows as well too.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's one that he's wanted to do, and I hope he approaches this not in the Rob Zombie way. So when I said that earlier, it's more of like in good fun and joke, like, yeah, it'd be funny to see Herman. No, it really wouldn't. It would really, I don't need to see a redneck version of Herman Munster or Lily. You know what I mean? I don't need Marilyn Munster to look like a slut. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like,
she's going to.
I know.
I kind of think Rob Zombie's a bit of a cuck. I gotta say.
I agree. You know,
think he is.
And
I think he totally would love and enjoy watching his wife get fucked by another man. 100%. I totally believe that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If Sherry Moon Zombie was my wife, fuck no way. No one else is capping that but me.
And I'm just telling you that I totally think that he'd be okay with that. Something just tells me he's that kind of guy.
But that also kind of pisses me off that, you know, like, you couldn't branch out, bro, and like look for someone else to play Lily Munster. You gotta pick Sherry Moon.
Of course.
Like, bro. Like, I mean, obviously she's too old to play Lily. I mean, not Lily, Marilyn.
Right. No, she'll probably play Marilyn.
No, she's playing Lily.
I know.
He's already said that. And what's his name is playing Herman? Oh Christ, what's his name? Look it up. He's already he's also done Rob Zombie flicks with him, I think.
Oh God. Hang on. When is it coming? Why am I not? Hang on. Okay. Oh, I don't know.
I know you know the guy.
It's not even telling me.
Yeah, it just crashed into my house.
I don't know.
Jeff Daniel Phillips. Thanks, Cody.
Jeff
you
Daniel
know who that
Phillips.
is, right?
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't know. Doesn't ring a bell.
No, I'm telling you, you know who that is. As soon as you look him up, you're like, oh, that dude. You know who he is.
Will be honest.
Seen him in shit.
I've probably seen him in shit, but if you showed me a picture of him, I would have no idea who he was.
He's in Devil's. He's, like I said, he's in. He's in pretty much the zombie flicks: Free from Hell, Rob Zombie, Wars from Salem, 31, Devil's Rejects. You'll recognize him when you see. He's in Halloween too. Forgot what guy he plays in Halloween too.
Fucking no, I don't care.
I think he plays. Doesn't he play like the DJ in Halloween? Rob Zombie's Halloween too.
I don't know.
Or like the guy who not the DJ, but like the party host at the party that the girls go to. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, chat room. Of course, I've only seen that movie twice ever.
Yeah.
Only half of it the first time around. The second time around was with you. Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't care.
I know. I just
anything Rob Zombie does, I just really don't care. He's just not. I don't get excited.
It's curiosity, like what he's doing. What he do in this movie
for that
is going to
reason,
get people to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, like when I get asked about it, yes, I mean, clearly I'll for like as a footnote for curiosity, it's always okay, he's doing this, but I don't care about. I'm not a fan of Rob Zombie as a film. I couldn't care less whether he made another movie in his entire life. I couldn't care less.
I love his music. Like his music, he dropped a new album here recently. Like finally, man, about fucking time. I love his music. His movies are just hit or miss.
There needs to be a song called "Skull Fuck You, Bitch." Skull fuck you, bitch. Somebody's going to do that now. Tommy Jenks sends in $5, says, in Jeepers Creepers 2 opening the creeper stalks and then flies away with a young boy. Why was Victor Salva allowed to have 13-year-old boy actors on set? Your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine.
No one knew what was going on. At the shit that he was doing didn't come out till after he did the movies.
No, he was already a convicted pedophile at that time.
Oh, was he at the time?
Oh, yeah, because
I don't know why the fuck. That's a good question. Why
100%.
Why the fuck? I thought it was after the fact.
No, dude, he was convicted.
That just goes to show you how fucked up Hollywood is.
He was convicted in the late 80s, and he was out like.
And they knew.
Oh yeah, when he did Powder in '95, I think it was, or whatever, he was already a convicted.
I thought this all came out after.
No. Victor.
Well, I guess if you can be a convicted pedophilia person, you can still make it in Hollywood, folks.
Well, yeah. I mean, Jesus, look, child sexual abuse and child pornography. Here's what it says. I'm going to get demonetized now. In 1988, Salva was convicted of sexual misconduct with one of Clown House's, that was a movie he was doing, Clown House's underage stars who was 12 years old at the time, and videotaping one of the encounters. Commercial videotapes and magazines containing child pornography were also found in his home. Salva pleaded guilty to lewd conduct and oral sex with a person under 14 and procuring a child for pornography. He was sentenced to 3 years in state prison, of which he served 15 months. Of course, he completed his parole. In 1992.
There's Hollywood.
So, yeah.
Who's running the show in society? There you go.
Powder.
I tell you right there.
He did The Nature of the Beast in 95, Powder 95, Rites of Passage 99, Jeepers Creepers 01, 3. Yep.
Sick.
It is sick.
Anyways, let's get on something positive and call it.
Yeah, let's call it. Southpaw 82 sends in $2, says, your top films that you would like to see remade. None.
Zero. Zilch.
My
nada,
top films
zippo.
I'd like to see
I'm tired
remade?
of remakes. I'm tired of anything being remade.
I don't
Except
think
for
anything
music.
needs
You
to
can
be
remake
remade.
music.
No, and I sincerely mean, like, I'm trying to think of a movie that I think could use a remake.
I mean, there's some old horror movies that I've watched that you even mentioned this the other day that never made it really popular or mainstream.
Yeah.
That you can dig into those archives of stuff that maybe there's a good story there that you can, give it a fresh take and a fresh look and maybe bring it to more of a mainstream crowd. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's stuff like that I'm sure you can, do. But I'm tired of seeing all the big brands, the big IPs.
Yeah,
I'm tired of that.
I don't have any interest in seeing a remake of like Jaws or a remake of Back to the Future or a remake of, Halloween for the 50th time. I don't care. I just don't, even if they had said, and I know this is blasphemous because it's like, Dave, aren't you part of the horror community? But even if they had said, we're never making another Friday the 13th or a Nightmare on Elm Street again, I'd be like, okay. Like it wouldn't bother me.
I get it. I guess. Do I think
there is an opportunity? Do I think that you could make Friday the 13th again, tell it fresh? I mean, look at what, Vince has done. He's telling a fresh story in a new way, connecting it to the, the originals, keeping the DNA, but keeping it. Do I think you can do it? Yes. And do it well when it's sure. Do I think you could revive Freddy and tell a really good story and make it really good, maybe like a series or something, whatever? Yes, absolutely. Do I think but the probability is so low that I just am like, I'm just like I'm okay. And maybe it's because I'm 42, but maybe it's because I'm not, because there are also guys our age, Tony, that would love it, that want it, that no, more. It depends on the kind of person you are. It really does. It's not really, it can be an age thing, but they're not necessarily mutually exclusive to each other. It really depends on how you grew up, where your interests lie, what kind of a fan
but
you
what
are.
The funny thing is like you and I say no, but the guys who are our age that say yes, who want it, then bitch about it afterward. Well, it's not as good as the original.
Well, that's true.
You know
too.
what I mean? Like,
that does happen.
You can't fucking win.
Yeah, no, that does happen. But I would say that, like, but if they said, we are never making another Friday the 13th, Halloween, Elm Street, Chucky, Scream, whatever, I would be okay. Like I'm at an age, or I guess, or maybe at a point in my fandom where I'm like, I'm okay with that. Like I don't,
like if Halloween
I'm fine.
Ends really is the end.
Yes.
I'm good.
Yes, I'm like, that's fine. I could not care less if we ever saw Michael Myers ever again. Could not care less. Not because I'm not a fan, but because I am a fan. I care about quality over quantity. I don't want Halloween Ends and then Halloween Returns.
You're not a real fan,
and
dude.
no, it's dumb. It's just
I've gotten that shit.
It's not that we're not,
because I haven't watched the trailer.
No, it's not that. It's not that we're not real fans. We're a different kind of fan. There are fans that just want everything and anything, and then there are fans that maybe have a little different, maybe a different set of standards. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, I would rather have 3 really good movies, and I just don't, then having it go on, I just don't care. I don't, but if you do care and you want more, that's okay. That's okay. Look, you'll probably get it. Like, let's be honest. You know, people like Tony and I are in the minority with getting what we want, because at the end of the day, if the movies continue to make money, they're going to continue to make them. So all you have to do is make sure that Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends are fucking box office titans, and they'll make another one. Like, I mean, why wouldn't they, right? It's a business. Yeah. So, I mean,
that's it.
You know, at the end of the day,
it's a business.
For all of you that just want Michael to go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Okay, cool. Well, then just make sure you go see the movies 500 times. Make sure you grab your friends and your family and make sure that, you know, because if it makes bank, they'll continue to make them. You know what I mean? Especially if they continue to make more money, which statistically doesn't usually happen. But I would
be fine and content if they never came out with another movie again. I got enough in my arsenal. I don't need any new movies.
I think what it is for me, and you tell me if you're like this. When I was a teenager, I didn't care about this as much because you're a teenager, right? You're a kid.
No, absolutely not. Like, I did not put this much stock into these movies,
right?
And I'm starting to get back to that again, and I'm so way more happier.
Yeah, but as I've gotten older, and I've, you know, went to film school, and I've studied film and kept up on film and the value of, just basically as I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate the value of a and I'm clearly looking at this from a filmmaking artist perspective, not a business perspective. I really appreciate the inherent value of a story having a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I think it's okay for stories to end and for characters, you know, for arcs to be complete and for things to finish. There's value in things coming to an end. And I guess I just, you know, I don't want things to go on because it's inevitable. The more you go on, eventually it's going to get shitty. And I just don't want to go there. I just don't want to go there. You know, from a story perspective. From a business perspective, however, yeah, let's pump it out, baby. What do we got? How many Halloween? You got Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, Halloween Returns, Halloween Again, Halloween More, Halloween this. Let's fucking get it. Dave, James Jude Courtney just turned 89. I don't give a fuck. Put him in the suit. Let's go. Let's fucking do it. Jamie Lee Curtis just turned 86. Put her in there. Let's fucking do it. Let's go. She died in the last one. I don't care. Bring her back. I mean, that's what you got to do. That's business, you know? But you know, I love when things, I'm a very linear storyteller. So I like when things have a beginning, middle, and an end, and things feel clean and polished and, you know, well-defined lines and things feel tight. You know what I mean? Not this weird whatever this is.
I also,
you know?
think what you said a couple moments ago with regards to how we were as teenagers and kids, how we didn't really put this much into these franchises. It was just really
I never thought of it like this before.
No. And I think in part that's why I, you know, because this last round I finally had enough, and I think that's why I really pushed into creating my other Instagram account, because the shit I got from people because I chose not to, and I still not going to watch the Halloween Kills trailer.
Yeah,
it's like, what in the fuck, man? Like, I was never like this when we were kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I saw Halloween Crystal Michael Myers trailer once, and that played in front of the Crow back when it was called Halloween 666, the origin of Michael Myers.
Right.
That's it. I saw that one time, and that was
Yeah.
it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and we didn't sit there talking about it afterwards. And I just was like, I'm not going to stop creating the photos, but I am stopping for a while. Like I am off that page for a while. I need a break from it because the fan community, it's reached a level of, I don't want to use the word toxicity because it's such an easy word to use. It's just, it's so obsessive and so like that it becomes unfun. You know what I mean? Like it becomes not fun anymore.
Yeah.
And
Oh
it's
yeah.
like, you know
no,
what?
you hear a lot
I'm
of people
too
talking
old.
about that.
I'm too old for this shit. I'm 42. I'm not a kid. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I don't need to sit here and obsess about this stuff day in and day out. You know what I mean? I'd rather sit there and tell you what music I'm listening to on a daily basis as I'm out doing work because it's just fucking fun to do.
Well, that's and I agree with everything you've said. 100%. I think it's it's been one of the most interesting things that I've discovered while being on YouTube and doing my channel the way I have and building it. And look, it's not lost on me that I rose to prominence in the space on this channel, talking Halloween, Michael Myers. And I love talking about it. I do. I love it. It's my favorite horror film, right? But I never, it is fascinating from a sociological perspective, the learning about the horror subculture of the horror fan and the different types of fans and the different types of things people are into and things they're not into and all. It's so fascinating. And, you have great fans that are like you that totally get it. And then you have the overzealous fans that might mean well, but just want to ask you the same thing all the time. And then you get the ones that, I think there's a big level of community here too. And even
that are rabid.
well, and even if fans, and again, when Tony and I say fans, we're not talking about all fans. We're not talking about every fan, right? We're talking about the specific type of fans that, we're talking about. I think there are some fans that, and you see it in politics too, right? Is this sense of this confirmation bias.
You said the P word.
I know I did. This confirmation, but there's a sense of community. We need to have the things we like confirmed. We tend to read things and surround ourselves with things that only confirm what we already like and what we love. Like very few people will watch, negative reviews or read negative reviews on their favorite movies. I'm not saying that nobody does that, but people tend to want to read the positive reviews because it confirms what they already know. And so when somebody comes along like yourself who says, no, I'm not going to watch the trailer because I don't want to know anything, it's foreign to them. It's weird. It's strange.
But it's normal to me and you because that's how we grew up.
100%.
We didn't see trailers to every movie.
100%. But it's like you can quantify it. You can quantify the behavior and you can understand. Like I get what's happening, but I think too, what it is too, and I was actually having a few tweet exchanges today with Cody Leach and the guys over at Wham about this. I think people, because we are in people's lives, and I'm in their lives almost every day, depending on what's happening, they get a false sense of this, like they know you. You know what I mean? And they know so much about you because they see you from a certain perspective, and they get this sort of this idea that they know your likes, your dislikes, who you are. They're your friend. We're all friends. And it's like, it's not really that way. Celebrities have to deal with that. People in the news have to deal with that. You get like some fans, not all fans, but there are certain fans out there that take it too far. And sometimes you get stalkers, or you get the people that send because they think they know you, or they think you're your friend, or they think, why aren't you doing this, or why aren't you doing that? Or they have a false sense of ownership over you and your content. They think because you watch them and you've engaged with them and you've spoken to them that they suddenly think you're best buds. And now there's this ownership over, I want you to talk about this and, all this kind of stuff. Again, I'm not saying every fan. I'm just saying these are the things that if you have a YouTube channel and you put yourself out there that you do deal with. I've dealt with it. Tony has dealt with it. Cody Leach has dealt with it. The guys at Wham deal with it. Drum's dealt with it. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Val, I've had to
Not everybody, folks.
Val had to start another Instagram account, a fake one, because she was well, not a fake one. She put up pictures there, but
Yeah.
her main one, she asked me no more to not tag her on her main account, because she was getting weird dudes from my account who were messaging her all this weird shit. And it's like, well, that's not, that's not why we were doing this, because one, we were doing it for fun and to give you guys something, but she's a married woman. She's about to have her second kid. She's a mom, you know what I mean? And she's got these dudes messaging her off the, like, shit that I wouldn't, and I'm a pretty bold person, and I'm not shy, and I will approach any girl that I find attractive, and I'm like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? But like, these dudes are saying shit that I'm like, let me tell you, catcalling would be PG. And it's like, and I think that was another thing that got under my skin, and why I was just like, I need a timeout from this page, because this is going in directions now that I did not want it to do. So I that part of the fandom hasn't happened to me, except other than just the stupid debates and arguments over the most nonsensical, unimportant things that literally will have no value in life. I still think I still have to laugh at the biggest one that I ever got was someone challenged me to a Friday the 13th debate. I mean, like, first of all, what the fuck are you going to debate about in a movie? You know what I mean? Like, what's the significance of it? Because you know more than me about the franchise. Congratulations, because I only watch maybe 3 of the 15 films that there are out there.
Well, again, it goes back
literally.
it goes back to.
It's just so stupid.
It is. But these are some of the, and again, Tony and I speak generally. It's not like this is every day, all the time. But it is understandable why, when you are, and I'm a channel of, I have nearly 24,000 subs. So I'm a relatively small channel in the big picture. I mean, I'm a big channel if you only have 2,000 subs, but I'm a tiny channel if you have 200,000 subs. It's all relative, right? But the thing is that, you do understand why certain people who have larger channels, or if you're somebody like Joe Rogan, or if you're somebody like a famous actress or actor, they're not on social media, or if they are, they don't handle it. They don't read because I can only imagine if we get the shit we get at the level we're at in terms of YouTube, I can only imagine what some of the other people get. And so and again, it's generally, right? Not everybody's like this, but there are overzealous viewers that do think they know you, or that, you owe them something. And it's like, we don't owe you shit. We don't, you're not paying for this. It's not like you have to pay to watch us. If you send in a super chat, that's because you decided to do that. But in terms of the product that we do, and Tony has spent thousands of dollars, thousands
my own money,
of dollars of his own money to deliver some of the, well, not some, all of the horror photos that you see on Tony Michael Photo on Instagram. He's not raising money to do that. He's using it out of his own time, his own money to shoot that shit.
And how do I get thanked? People
and he doesn't
on their shit and don't even tag me in
it.
Well,
and he doesn't charge you to look at it. Not that I'm saying he should. I'm just saying that I think there are people, and again, this is just some people, not everybody, folks. But I think it's fascinating to learn this. When I started YouTube doing this on the regular, I find these things interesting, because I live very separately from it all. I try not to get involved in drama, and I'm 42 years old, for fuck's sakes. I don't want to get involved in YouTube drama. You know what I mean? I don't, and it's just, you know what I mean? So I'm very disconnected from it when I'm not doing it, in terms of not getting involved in all the hoopla. So, but yeah, it's fascinating, man. It is fascinating. But
well, you also brought up another point too. There, with our ages, there comes a time of responsibility, and as much as I enjoy doing this stuff, and creating those types of photos, I just, at some point you got to go like, all right, I need to retire in the next 20 years. And I need to start looking at my future and stuff like that. It's like, as much as I want to keep doing it, you know what I mean? Like it's
Well,
and putting these things
yeah.
together weren't cheap. I mean, I had spent, as Dave said, I've spent a lot of money to put these
Yeah.
shoots together, and they were fun, and they were fun to do. And you know, maybe
Well, you
at
did
some
it for
point-
3 years, for God's sakes.
3 years, yeah,
Or
3
2.5 years or whatever it was.
About close to 3. We started in close to 3. We're started in 18 and 2021. I mean, I'm not done, but I'm definitely the
Well, you're
end
pulling
is
it back a bit.
definitely and I'm pulling it back, and the end is
Yeah.
definitely in sight because, like I said, it's financially it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, again, folks, we appreciate all of you, all the viewers out there that are kind and generous. And I mean, if it wasn't for all of you, It's Me, Billy would not have got made. I mean, if there's one thing, the generosity that this community showed to, you know, help support an indie film, to bring it to life is amazing. And whether you donated, you know, $5 or, you know, $500, I mean, you made it possible. So, I mean, the community is amazing. The horror community in the big picture is an amazing, giving, loving, sharing, respectable community. But like any community, you have some people that, you know, really don't understand how it works, you know, and think they, you know, I mean, anyway, I could go on. There's some crazy stories I could go on with, but I just want to say that we're not talking about everybody. We're just kind of talking about little specific things that Tony and I have noticed, and other channels have too. I've talked to the other guys. I've talked to them privately, and they've been like, "Oh my, like God, you know what I mean?" And it's like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Anyways, we got to go here. We got to get these last few super chats here. We got to skedaddle. Super chat comes in from Lisa Marie Presley and says, thoughts on Black Widow 2021.
Music, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. Thoughts on Black Widow 2021. It was sweet. Never saw it. Haven't seen it. Won't see it. I'm not saying I won't see it because I'm not a,
it's not that like it's just not really my,
like
with superhero movies, it's kind of like, I mean, I still haven't seen Doctor Strange. I still haven't seen Black Panther. I still haven't seen one of the Captain America movies, I think. Still haven't seen the newest Spider-Man movie. Like, it's not really, like Dave said, there's some that I'm into. Like, I just watched when I had HBO Max for like a month, I watched the Snyder cut of Justice League. So I did see that. I watched Aquaman. I was like, well, I'm here for a month. Might as well watch it, right?
Yep.
But like I don't get primed. I'm not like
I get it.
You know what I mean? Like
I get it. Yeah.
Except for like the Batman movies. I think those I get into because I do like that universe. So I am anxious to see what they're going to do with the Flash here, because Michael Keaton's returning. To what part of Batman we're going to see with Michael Keaton, I don't know.
He's playing a male stripper, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that universe, I'll always, my interest will always be like, oh, okay, what's going on? But I'm not like one of these like comic book like movie goer people. So
yeah, I get you. Movie Chat and More sends in £2, says H2O or Urban Legend. Don't ramble measures, Dave. Don't ramble measures.
Well, wait.
Maybe he's telling me not to ramble on it.
Like which one do I like?
Oh, don't ramble. Oh, I see. Well, I mean, I'll fucking ramble if I want to. H2O or Urban Legend? I'll take Urban Legend over H2O.
I'll take H2O over Urban Legend.
Although, I'm surprised.
Man, I don't know, man. I know because my boy Rosenbaum, good old Lex Luthor's in Urban Legend. Daniel Harris is in Urban Legend. I'm gonna retract that, and I'm gonna go with Urban Legend.
I just don't think H2O is a very good movie.
Yeah.
But
no, I
anyway,
like H2O. It's not that, but like Urban Legend.
I like stories.
It's
I like
creative
Laurie's
on
arc.
the Urban Legend stories that campfire stories, and it was a creative way to do that. Rebecca Gayheart, man, the Noxzema girl back in the day, Dylan McKay's wife, she was hot. Who plays the crazy killer?
Tony, spoiler alert!
And all right, 20-year-old movie. Did we do Urban Legends? We've done.
I think we've done Urban Legend. Yeah, I think we have.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Urban Legends too.
All right.
But I do like H. I know, Dave, you don't like H, but I like H2O.
Well, I don't hate H2O or anything. It's not like, oh, it's fucking this hard. No,
You know what though?
I just don't think I don't think it's aged well, and I don't think it's as good as people try to make it out to be.
I don't watch it that much, and I think the reason why, and I think I've said this before, the reason why I like H2O is because I really had a good time at the theater. It's probably my favorite Halloween movie going experience because I went with friends in high school on summer, and because it came out in the summertime,
summer '98,
and it was just I just remember it was just a really fun time at the theaters. And I think that's more the nostalgia with that film and my attachment to it, more so than it's one that I rewatch. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Like it's not like when watching Halloween 4. You know what I mean? Like that is on my October cycle every year.
The Billy Bag thing came up again. Stuart Johnson, last one, $1.99. What about a remake of They Live?
No, but we're gonna watch that in the fall.
We are. That is one that I could see being remade because the content is still, the subject matter is still relevant.
Today, that's for sure.
The problem with it though is that could you really do it justice with all the PC culture and the cancel culture? Could you really
because
do
you'll
a
have
They
a lot
Live
of
remake?
people offended thinking that it's a subliminal message towards one specific.
That's what I'm thinking. Like you're gonna have to do it justice would be difficult to do today. But we're going to watch They Live eventually. We'll watch it eventually.
Yeah, I think that's going to be in our October run. I think we had talked about that.
I think so.
So there's a lot of movie we're saving, for the fall and Halloween and stuff like that.
It's summertime right now. We're doing summer blockbusters.
We wanted to do something fun and creative. Don't worry, we got a horror. We've got the greatest horror movie of all time. The greatest. Kicking off in August. I'll let you guys just think about what it is. It's the greatest.
The fact that you are being so dramatic kind of gives it away.
For the next few weeks, I'm going to hype. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to allude to what the franchise is. I'm just going to hype it up as the greatest one of
the greatest horror movie of all time.
Dave needs, and I'm telling you this now on the so you better start working on it on the post for your YouTube thing. You need to have when you make it and you put all your little things, you need to have The Rock on there raising one eyebrow, and you have to put underneath the title of the movie, the greatest,
the great one.
The great one, and with an arrow.
I'll try and remember that. That'd be funny.
The Rock doing this.
That'd be so good. That'd be so good.
And then when we get to it in August, I think you guys will get it.
Right. Of course, naturally. Well, folks, that's going to do it for Tony and I on this episode of Two Dudes and Some Bullshit. Thanks very much to our moderators, Frank Riker, Tabitha Short, Darren Sands, and Chris Faber for doing what you guys do. Thank you to the Super Chat questions that came in, a few of the non-Super Chat questions that came in that we were able to answer. You guys are amazing. You know you are. Tony and I will be back next Monday night at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've moved the show from 7 to 6 for the time being anyway. That's working a bit easier for us at the moment. So mark that down on your calendars. And next week it's Armageddon, isn't it? Armageddon, the 1998 disaster classic.
Ben Affleck.
And the late Michael Clark Duncan as well.
Yeah.
Tony, any last things you want to say?
And
Liv Tyler, that's right.
No, good show. Enjoyed watching Twister with everybody tonight. I think we had fun, and we'll see you guys next week for Armageddon.
We'll see you next week. All righty. Cheers.